I think this button's going to get us live on Facebook. Let's see. Let's pull up the
All
rewind
right.
shot of the room.
There you go. Fingers crossed.
I think we're live on Facebook. Hello, Facebook people. We should be live. Okay, good. We're live on Facebook. We're going to talk about really just the active weather that we saw, some massive hailstorms that just went through Springfield. Even more thunderstorms in the wake of that. So we're not completely done in Springfield. I think we have more chances of some more active weather that's going to push in. Let's look at some of these pictures of some big old whopping hail. And right now, the winner for biggest hailstone is this picture that I've seen. Wait, let me get the details on where that is. There's just been some big old hailstones. I
And it's
believe
like-
this was in Greene County.
Okay, yeah.
So that is, when we're saying tennis ball, maybe softball sized hail, I mean, that's roughly where that is. And anytime you don't see a really smooth hailstone, it means that that hail is not melting as it's falling down. And it's just another indication of just how powerful the atmosphere is.
Oh, man.
Positive part, no tornado warnings right now. Let's go pull this over.
No, like the days we've seen from Sunday and Monday, we had a few tornado warnings, of course, right, on Sunday and Monday. But, yeah, the big story, the main headline has been, golly, just big hail. We've seen big hail for 2 days in a row, some tennis balls and baseballs from both Sunday and Monday. And now day 3, here we are again going at it. So it can't seem to catch a break from the hail. Man, I can just see them now, the insurance claim. All the insurance agents.
They're getting all excited for that. They're rubbing their hands together.
Oh, man, they are salivating at the mouth, I tell you.
Angie saying hi in the comment section. Yeah, let us know if you're watching, where you're watching from, if you saw some hail. Let's do a quick peek at radar because the biggest hail core right now is about to go on top of Lebanon. National Weather Service has a destructive severe thunderstorm tag on that. They took the hail size down from 4 inches to only about 3. That's still massive. About lime-size hails moving along Highway 54. Another kind of golf ball size hailers moving along I-49 corridor. And probably the biggest storm that we're seeing, and the one that looks like it could be...
Yeah, I'm looking at that. Yeah, I'm
possibly
looking at
coming tornadic is south of Harrison, right around Jasper. But that one, not tornadic yet, but starting to get that shape to it.
Yeah, it is a little bit. If you look at the velocity,
Camdenton.
it's a little messy, but it's definitely like lines up right from reflectivity to velocity. And then as far as I can see here, it is not. It doesn't have the tornado possible tag on it, so they're not going with that yet. So
Yeah.
that's mostly just a hailer. And and we should point out, we're looking at the velocity signature there, like, oh, wait, we got a little, red and green showing up there. What's that mean? Thunderstorms in general, if you got big hail, you're going to have a rotating element to it because the mesocyclone's going to be spinning like crazy to produce those large hailstones for you. So there is some rotation in all these thunderstorms. They're all rotating. It's just they're not very strong in terms of rotation like tornadic, but certainly enough to hold their own when it comes to the big hail.
I want to start pulling up some of these hail pictures. A lot of
let's
people
jump
have
in.
been sending them in. I appreciate everyone that's been doing that. You can email us at Cullerton. You can send them in through Facebook as well. This is Webster County. Look at that. The emergency manager said they didn't quite get
my
4-inch
gosh.
hail. They're a little bit, the largest hailstones that they could find in Webster County was a little bit smaller than that, but that is starting to cover the ground. It looks more like snow than hail. And
Yeah.
this is just some big whopper of a storm, and we're on kind of the final day of it, and of course it's having to fight us all the way through. Wanted to get another peek at power outages because I'm curious. 27,000 people in Missouri without power.
27,000?
Oh man, Tom, 10,000 people in Greene County without power. 10,000
Ooh.
people in Greene County
Well, I know
without power.
we took a power bump here at the station.
Let's look at city utilities.
Oh, man, so I wouldn't doubt it.
Look at their outage map.
Access that. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, most of these power outages looks like north. So last night we had 5,000 people in Springfield lose power. That was mostly on the south side of town. Now the power outages are going to be mainly on the north side of Springfield. 10,000 people in Greene County without power. Most of those kind of along I-44. So not good, Tom.
No, people are getting hit, and they're getting hit hard, right, by some big-time hail for you. And these storms are kind of going all around. And like we talked about, they kicked off, it was about 11 o'clock when storms began down in northwest Arkansas. And they're going to be lasting for probably another 6 or 7 hours, maybe 6 p.m., 7 p.m. I think the severe risk starts to fade away.
Okay.
Matt, I don't know. We got our storm tracker driving around. You can see it.
Yeah, let me take that.
And so that might be interesting. They've been showing some hail damage out there. A lot of leaves down, of course, classic look. Okay, last I checked, they were on kind of the west side of Springfield where that big hail core would have gone through. And, yeah, you can see people out there assessing. Is that a mower in that guy's yard? What is that?
Well, I said I'm going to mow the yard on Tuesday. We got to get around to it.
Yeah, right.
A lot of that hail, you can still see some of it in the grass,
Yeah,
but
is that what that? Yeah, look at that.
see that white on the grass?
Man, that is some big hail. That's that 3-inch hail we're talking about.
I don't know if we got 3-inch, at least on my side of town. I was on that northeast. I think the west side of town got those larger hailstones.
West End got big hail. Here, I'll try to send some of these.
And I wonder
some of these videos. Here.
if people are watching, let us know if you have power. Lauren saying, how do I submit pics? I got bigger. You can email it to Color 10 News, or you can just send it to us through Facebook. So whatever way you can to get it to us, we'd like to show that off.
Matt, I'm going to send a video from one of our sales reps, Colton.
Okay.
Upstairs. He lives on the west side of town.
Is it on your laptop? I can pull that up.
It is not my laptop.
Oh.
It's,
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to send it in the story suggestions Facebook crowd.
Yeah, I'll get that.
I'm still working on trying to figure out how to open that up here. Facebook's being ornery. It's not letting me do it.
See if I can get it over here. Ooh.
It's pretty big. He's out there on the southwest side of town, and that's where the big hail core would have come through.
Well, I went to go get that, and I got a picture from
Oh, there's plenty more, yeah.
our good old friend Natalie Nunn.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this. What'd she say? She said this was photo taken near I-44 and Division. Reports up to 100 cars damaged, courtesy of the fire department in Halltown.
Okay.
You're seeing, obviously, the windshield damage. That's what's sticking out to me. But look at the dents in the car. You can see a dent on the side of it, a dent on the trunk, a dent on the roof. Not only do they
And
have
those
to
are
get the
deep.
windshield, those are dents as well. Oh, man.
Look at that one. It's just a pivot down there, right? It's not like broken metal or anything, is it? I can't tell. Like, is there a little hole in that middle of that dent there?
Yeah, there. Oh, you're asking if it punctured.
I know. Yeah, did it go through, or is it just kind of the light reflecting? I can't tell from where I am over here.
I can't tell either, but I mean, that's some of the damage. If you guys send in pictures, we'll try to show them off. Brianna saying hi from Lebanon. How's the next round of severe weather expected to be? I'm concerned about heading to class for MSU. Well, it looks like the worst was what we just experienced in Springfield. There's going to be more thunderstorms. So let me go over to radar for you.
Oh, yeah.
Try to break it down. Very messy on radar. We're starting to see thunderstorms all the way from Benton County to Lebanon's getting really hammered right now. They're getting the next area of kind of destructive hail. We have more thunderstorms just to the west of Springfield, and this is going to move over us again. I don't know if this second wave is going to be as strong as the first. I mean, guys, I just woke up an hour ago and came into work. I need to do a little bit more forecasting myself. I can't just wake up and be like, oh, yes, this is what the weather will do. But I can look at radar. I can tell you we got more coming. I can tell you that right now with some more confidence. So hopefully we don't get the tennis ball-sized hail again. I want to pull up MODOK cameras, see what's going on over in Lebanon, because that's kind of the next area that's having fun. They're having the fun hail that everyone wants to see.
Well, that's the same storm that would have come through the west side of Springfield.
Yes.
It's now booked it up kind of north side of I-44 and on to Lebanon, and then from there it's going to go kind of north of Richland. South of Camp. I think Campton probably avoid that. It'll go south of there and east. These other storms, though, Matt, you're kind of in a break right now. It's not going to be continuous hail all day long, right? But there'll be waves. There'll be storms that blow through, then there'll be a break. The next wave is already lining up across western Missouri. And then behind that, another wave of storms coming out of northeast Oklahoma. So we got a couple waves lining up for us here.
Before I go to this camera, we got the chief. We got the full weather team in here.
Goodbye.
Wait, one sec. There we go. Look at this, Jamie. Big hail core about to move into Lebanon. This is the same hail that moved into Springfield. Now it's on top of Lebanon, and we've been seeing, baseball, tennis ball.
It's
maybe softball size hail in some places.
I know at like West Bypass here in Springfield, this is with that first storm that came through, about an hour ago. I know that there was baseball size. Yeah, I mean, and I was just taking a peek at radar before I came up here. I mean, it's almost like a ring of fire around Springfield. I mean, storms to the west, storms to the north, storms to the east, storms to the south, all severe warned, all likely producing not just large but very large hail. Of course, this is nothing new. I mean, we've been doing this this is the third day in a row. And it's hard to remember a time since I've been here. I got here in 2011 where we've had consecutive days like this with so much hail. Yeah. We've had instances where, we had consecutive days with tornadoes and some hail reports, but this has been just a pretty memorable round of severe weather. And again, the big headline for it is just the amount of hail that has come out of it. And I can also attest there's been some wind damage. We reported on this yesterday. I don't know how much wind has come out of the storms today. I'm guessing it's probably not a lot.
It's been about 60. It's been about 60. 1-4.
Yesterday we had that storm that came across Springfield, and I think there was a microburst that probably came across like my neighborhood. I know it impacted maybe over toward the Galloway area, but a lot of tree damage, some trees down. It doesn't look to be as extensive as back in June of last summer, but my wife and I, we spent the morning.
Did you get power back?
Yes, and
you know
what? I do want to give a shout out to City Utilities. Those guys were out last night, 2 a.m. 2 to 2:30 this morning.
Yikes.
They were in my backyard cutting up that limb that was on the power line. And so these guys were out not just last night, but throughout the night. And we got power back, I think, 5:30 this morning at my house. So, I mean, those guys are putting in some long hours to try to get the power back up as quickly as possible. And I mean, and it's not easy for these guys because, they're not just dealing with stuff right off the street. They're having to get into people's backyards. And it makes for a really tricky, I think, environment for them, especially when it's nighttime and they're having to crawl up into trees to cut out limbs.
Well, last night, we got a quote from them, and they said, "Hey, we're going to be working nonstop. We got crews coming in," and they meant it.
They did it. I can
it.
attest to it. I watched them last night. So, I mean, I know that they were working hard overnight last night, and we did get power back. So, at my house, I think we were without power only 12 hours. And this is with, we had a big limb that had brought the power line in my backyard. It didn't snap. It was on the power line, and it had it hanging almost down to the ground. So they were able to get all that cleaned up. And, so it's just, I was telling my wife today, we've gone 3 years in a row in my neighborhood where we've had these wind events that have just raked like my neighborhood. And, sometimes that's the way it goes. It's just a run of bad luck. But I've lived in my house for 9 years, and the last 3 years, every year there's been a wind event that's taken out chunks of tree. I've not lost a whole tree in my yard, but I know last June, that one, I mean, there were trees that went through people's homes, 2-3 foot diameter trees that went through people's homes. So thankfully, it doesn't look like it was that bad, but it's still another round, and I'm sure you guys are talking about how just got to power through today, right? I mean, we got one last day of severe weather. Just looking at the setup, you guys probably have gone over this. I know these are severe storms, but these are hailers primarily, and it looks like, I think, the tornado risk, just based on what I was able to quickly see this morning, the tornado risk, I think, is going to tend to stay near and south of the state line as we work through the afternoon. The reason for that is because the storms, there's a tremendous amount of wind energy in our area right now, and that's why we've seen these very intense thunderstorms for the past 2 days, and we're finding them again today. The ingredients that are necessary to generate supercell thunderstorms, to generate large to very large hail, we have had in place the past 3 days. The result, lots of very large hail. Today, and it's kind of like yesterday. The low level environment yesterday was just. I mean, we had the instability. We just didn't have that turning of winds with height near the surface, and that's why most of what we saw come through the air yesterday was primarily hail and some wind. Today it looks like, temperatures this morning were in the 50s. I know we were down to at least 51 this morning in Springfield. Now they're coming up, but I don't think we're going to get out of the 60s for highs today in Springfield. And of course, we've had one wave of storms come through, and another one's going to come through. And these storms, even though they can be severe, they keep the surface rain cooled, and that helps to minimize the tornado threat. It's areas down south, closer to where that frontal boundary is going to be setting up, trying to move in, where there may be more of a tornado risk as the afternoon into the evening evolves.
Jamie, I want to show some of these pictures. I think Zach, looking at the comment section, he said he got 4.5-inch size hail in Aurora. Can you please send that into, you can email Color 10 News, you can send it into, he said 4.25. Send that into our Facebook. That would be the largest hailstone I've seen by far. Some people are saying they've lost power north of the fairgrounds. People are wondering about more storms in Springfield. We'll talk about all that in a second. Real quick, I want to go really into some of the hail pictures that have been sent in. This was in Aurora.
Yeah. Look at that.
I mean, so when Zach's saying I got 4.25 in Aurora, I fully believe it.
That's softball size hail right there.
That is.
Other pictures. This is in Springfield. There's your orange, so there's your grapefruit size hail. In Springfield as well. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times where a hailstone dented in that window. Jesse,
where's this at?
Jesse's saying, do you... Jesse, there are some more pictures. Okay, I'll look at that in Core Media. Thank you. This was in Springfield. I don't know
Probably
exactly
on the
where in
west side.
Springfield.
I'm going to guess on the west
I
side.
assume west side. This was the hail that caused the damage to this. So these two pictures are married together. These hailstones caused this type of damage.
Wow.
And then also more damage in Springfield as well. So Jesse's telling me we have even more pictures that are being submitted. So I'll show off some more of
There
those
will
in a
be
second.
an endless supply of pictures with this today.
And we want to show off as much as we can. I mean, we really do.
Unlimited supply.
I do want to.
I'm ready to limit the supply.
Yes, me too. Yeah.
There was
I'm
one guy
ready
in
for the
our,
clearance sale.
there was one guy in our weather section or in our comment section that I think he's working for a roofing company, and he's like, "You should go to blank and blank roofing if you got hail damage." I'm like, he's probably having a heyday. He is jumping up and down like, yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. No,
this is his Super Bowl.
We were saying that last night, and it's like, we don't want to make light of this, but I mean, it's like think of like the amount of claims that are going to come out of this. I mean, this is 3 days in a row where areas have been raked with tennis ball, baseball, now softball size hail.
Yeah.
And I mean, the insurance companies are going to, another thing that you see after events like this is you see the sort of the traveling dent shops that'll come in with the trailers, and
the out-of-staters.
They'll set up shop and
Yep.
you'll see them for a couple of months working on people's vehicles, taking the dents out.
10,000 people without power right now in Springfield. 10,000 people without power in Springfield right now.
And that's more actually than last evening. Last evening, I think we were like a little over 5.
So we're double
5,000,
what we got last night.
Well, and Matt, if you look at the storms on radar after the west, like we're not done yet. We just had one round come through. The next line of severe weather is coming up.
I'm telling you,
I-49.
the skies were looking pretty black when I was coming up 65.
I bet they are. And that warning off to the west, like you look at like Neosho, Goodman, Anderson, even that stuff up north Carthage, they've highlighted up to golf ball size hail with that next round. And that's just all moving from west to east. So Springfield, we're not done yet.
Tom, you want to give us, I got
done
your
yet.
your laptop pulled up. You want to give us a sweep of kind of what's happening on radar, because Springfield's in this hole right now, like Springfield,
Sure.
Christian County, quiet, but there's storms to the right, to the
Oh
north, to
my
the
gosh.
south.
It's a ring of fire,
That's
man.
what Jamie said. Look, just all around. It's just like a circle. We had our fair share for now, but now I got this ring developing. And more on the way. All of this activity here from Carthage, that's all going to be moving in, okay, and coming this way. So it's going to be going from west to east, and we're looking at some more big hailstones coming up. And now, maybe not tennis ball or baseball size, but the warning here, I believe, is for golf ball. Yeah, 1.75 and 60-mile-an-hour winds. Considerable thunderstorms, right? So if we zoom in, we put this thing in motion, we can see that, folks in Goodman, Neosho, Granby, Fairview, Wheaton, Stella, Butterfield eventually. Cassville, might miss that one, but you're not done yet, right? That's all moving that way. Got this one, La Russell, Golden City, Greenfield. That's less severe. And that's where the less instability is, too. It's farther northward.
Mm-hmm.
And so those storms may not produce as big of hailstones. But Humansville, fair play. Urbana, over to Max Creek, and now getting close to Ling Creek, Richland, Waynesville, Fort Wood, St. Robert, all you folks on the airbase. Going to find a little bit of hail, maybe just north of Richland there. That's that cell, Jamie, that came through Springfield.
And I know that I saw
Down right
I saw a
there.
few warnings even further north, getting into central Missouri.
Yeah, that's
for
it.
hail. Yeah.
That's the one that came through and just trashed us here in town. Kabul, and then down to south. We're looking at this one here. It's got this little kind of.
Yeah, that's a supercell. I mean, the other ones are
Yes.
supercells too, but that one has more of like,
It's
you
got
start
that
looking.
classic kind of hook feature to it. There's
It's a little closer to the boundary too. I was looking at
Yeah.
the instability. I mean, you really like. So what we're looking for is we're looking for more surface instability. I mean, we got plenty of instability in the atmosphere, but we need those warmer temperatures that we're finding down in northern Arkansas for probably more of a tornado likelihood. And so that's why storms closer to that boundary, I mean, those are going to be more suspect. Tom, I don't, I left you a note last night about, God, that was the
Hanover.
Mountain View, near Mountain View.
yes, yeah.
What was the outcome of that? Because I did see the debris signature on that.
They are. They're going to go survey it. Not today because they got the storms
Yeah.
to deal with. This is the Little Rock office.
Yeah.
So they're thinking they'll get to it tomorrow.
I mean, it looked like a pretty significant debris signature.
Oh, yeah. I went
So
back and looked at it. It was probably definitely on the ground.
Yeah, so I'm kind of concerned what the outcome of that was. There really were not very many confirmed tornadoes out of the storms yesterday in the region.
I think I saw 3. 2
Right.
in Arkansas, 1 in Illinois.
Yeah, so I mean, and hey, that's good news. I mean, that's a silver lining, I guess, out of all of this, activity that we've had is this has mainly just been hail, and hopefully we can keep that going for one more day as these storms continue to rake the area. Yeah, it's one way to look at the storms here north of the state line. Yes, they're producing hail, maybe some wind, but hopefully they can keep kind of working over the atmosphere, kind of keeping those temperatures at the surface more cool, kind of holding that front off and keeping it from like slipping north of the state line, because that will tend to minimize the tornado risk in southern Missouri, but we'll still certainly have to, I think, watch areas along and south of the state line as we work through the afternoon and evening. I was looking at some of the short-term guidance too. It looks like the HRRR, which is one of these models that we as forecasters really love to use. It does a pretty good job, especially with the short-term stuff. Looked like maybe we might see things kind of wind down once we get to sunset this evening.
It
Is
was
that still
looking like, it was like 6 or 7. Still kind of raining. Some
yeah,
lingering
still
showers.
some showers.
Yeah,
but,
right.
Yeah,
But the severe threat, fades away
yeah.
as we go to like I said, like 6 or 7 o'clock. All right, I'm trying to figure out the HRRR model now
Got
on
a-
here.
Got a picture from
Let's see. it.
Thomas Turton.
Oh, really? He lives
That's
up by
the other
airport.
Thomas. That's the other Thomas.
He is by what's that? Deer Lake.
I don't want to say it's the original Thomas, but
No. Well, he's the
he
original.
did the morning show before you, so
He
he's
is the original. I don't care. That's
This
fine.
is
He can take it.
Bad Day. This is Claire. She works in our production room. This is her car after the hail.
yeah.
That's the stone that did it.
It was that one.
So she got it, the windshield that.
Just gonna pop it in the freezer and save it.
That's a bad
Yeah.
day.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a bad day.
I can't think of a spring. I mean, I can think of springs that were haily, but I can't think of a spring where the intensity of hail was of the degree that we've had here over the last 3 days. It'd be kind of an interesting question for maybe folks at the Weather Service. Some of the old timers there, if they can think of a round like this that has been just as intense in terms of hail as we've seen the last 3 days. It is a rare setup.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty rare. We still have more chances of that. My digital guy, Tony, just walked in. Let me know that I got some pictures on ozarksfirst.com. So
right, let's go
if you go to the website, ozarksfirst.com, first thing you're going to see is this live stream that we're currently doing. Second thing, got some hail pictures. And I want to go over these because a lot of people have been sending them in. They ask, hey, how do I get my hail picture shown off? This is how you can do it. They're going to be on the website. If they're really good, we'll get them off on TV tonight. But let's see, who was this? If you click on it, look at that jagged, really.
Yeah.
Springfield.
You know, you're saying if they're really good, they're all really good. It's just some are really big.
Well, there's
So
always
many
a
of
fun competition of who has the hailstone the
Yeah.
worst.
Yeah.
Marionville. Matthew sent this one in.
I like the double mint.
The double mint, yeah.
You
I
know,
saw
and
someone
Matt, you
use
were
a-
asking that. You know, you're like, hey, make sure you have something that you can use for scale.
Someone used a can of dip. They just
Yeah.
took a can of dip and they put
see
the hailstone right on top, and they're like, it's bigger than a dip can. I'm like, okay, at least I know how big it is.
Someone used a pepperoni slice.
Whoa.
Slice of pepperoni. Oh, that's pretty cool lightning
Whoa.
there.
That is wild. Looks like a heart. Looks like a heart with an arrow through it. Is that a Cupid's lightning strike?
Darren sent this in Republic. He said, that's Republic High School.
Yeah, I think this thunderstorm has some relationship problems because it may love us, but we don't love it.
Maybe
right?
this is you know, we were talking about the Ring of
Whoa.
Fire. This is Johnny Cash.
It's
Ring
coming
of Fire.
on a little strong.
So
Yeah,
Love is
right.
burning ring.
That's right.
the three meteorologists today, here, I'll flip it back to the room. The three meteorologists today, we're working on weather stuff. Obviously, we're going to dig more back into radar, kind of give you guys more of an update of what you can expect. But if you have pictures and you want to get them sent off, don't send them to me, Jamie, or Tom. We're a little bit busy today. If you can send them into Color 10 News or send them in through Facebook or use our website. There's a way on our website where you can go to the weather section. You can submit your pictures there. That is the best way you can get your pictures off. If you send it to me, I love and appreciate you. I'm going to be very, very busy today. I probably will not be able to see all of them. So if you want your picture shown off on air, Color 10 News is a good way to get it sent in. You can also submit it through our website. I'll do that as well. We can kind of follow through it. You just hit this weather tab, submit your weather photos. That's another way that you can get your pictures submitted. And here's some people that have already been doing that. These are, I think, pictures from yesterday.
Yes.
Look at this.
It does take
This
a
is from yesterday.
bit of a delay for those pictures to show up.
So
It's not as immediate.
if you want to submit them through Facebook, that's great. If you want to submit them through email at Color10News, that's a way to get it in as well. Isn't our email also Ozarks First? What's our Ozarks First email? It's just Ozarks First at what?
Let me find out. I got my email pulled up.
I should know the station email.
I know it's color news at ozarksfirst.com.
Yeah.
That's
probably
one.
the best way.
That probably is.
Yeah, because then that's going to go to anybody in the newsroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me-
That's the only one that I've got in my system.
So
KOLR. No, that's not right. No, hey,
you're
let's
telling
back
people
up.
the wrong thing.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. No, we're getting off track. It's news at ozarksfirst.com.
Okay.
News at ozarksfirst.com.
I know we do have like a.
There's a color.
There's like
There
5 of
is.
them, and if you send
I
it to
know.
one, it goes to the same bucket. But
I think I've got. So we work for a company called Nexstar, and I think I've got maybe 4 different email
Jesse is
addresses
saying
that work for Nexstar.
news at ozarksfirst.com.
yeah, he's
That's probably the one we need to be plugging.
Look at these
news
weather guys.
at ozarksfirst.com. Someone saying we need to run a competition. Whoever's the biggest hailstone wins. I think that would be a great sponsorship. You know, we get some
Yeah.
type of
Dent removal service.
dent removal
Yeah.
or some type of roofing competition. It's like whoever
Yeah.
sends in the largest hailstone, you get your roof fixed for free.
Yeah.
Um,
That's the other thing. You know, we talked about the dent removal companies. There's also the roofers, man. I mean, the roofers are going to be out for the next 3 months, 6 months.
all right, let's
A lot of new roofs coming.
focus
to
back
the
in.
area.
Boys, let's focus back in. Let's give a weather forecast. I'm seeing in the comment section a lot of people asking, what about Branson? What about Springfield? What about Republic? And when you do that, that's kind of my way of being like, okay, it's been a while since we've talked about weather. We're getting distracted.
It's been a while.
Let's focus back in. Which camera do I have? I got one of these cameras. There we go. Look at this. The triple meteorologist camera. I didn't even know that existed, but
Matt,
it
can we-
exists.
You want to pull up like maybe a MODOT camera out of Mount Vernon? Looks like that cell
It's getting close.
getting pretty close to Mount Vernon.
Or maybe Sarcoxy. Do you think the big
Or
one down there?
Sarcoxy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before we hop in, let's just look at a radar. Then I'll start ripping up some cameras. Really big hail.
That's the
just
one-
went north of I-44.
That's the Springfield storm.
the one-
Continues to head north up into Miller and Mary's.
That's going to be closer to Lake of the Ozarks. So if you're watching from the lake, you're going to have your big hail core move that way. Another big, man, this doesn't even have a severe thunderstorm warning on it in West Plains. Another good-sized hail core just to the south of West Plains. I imagine you guys don't need me to tell you that it's very active right now, but guess what? If you're watching from West Plains, it's very active right now. What is really the bigger takeaway is we have another round of thunderstorms that's going to move west to east across the Ozarks. So It's along the I-49 corridor right here. We're seeing kind of this big old wall of thunderstorms about to move into Mount Vernon. This will move into Springfield again. This will move
Now,
into Willard again.
Go
This
ahead
will
and
move into-
animate that. Go ahead and loop that.
Yeah.
So,
See that? Hit that play button.
yeah. Yeah,
So-
you see that one. Yep, here comes the next one. Right there, heading for the Mount Vernon area, and then Springfield's next.
Yeah, Natasha's asking about the second wave. Second wave is, I'd say about an hour, maybe under an hour.
For Springfield?
For Springfield, yeah, under an hour, because these are
Oh,
moving
yeah.
quick, aren't they?
I would say half hour, and there are
they
going to be
are.
some showers that precede it. So
Yeah, Gavin saying really picking up here in West Plains. I'm surprised you guys don't have a severe thunderstorm warning in West Plains, just from what I'm seeing on radar.
do you have
That looks
GR2
like-
up, Tom?
I can get it. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the hail sizes out of that storm in West
Yeah, if
Plains.
you can, because that's the
All
one
right.
product I don't have over here.
I bet it's probably, what do you think? Quarter size, maybe? What do we got? We've got it on the
Yeah, you know,
bottom left there, right? Is that
Yeah,
yeah, I would say at least quarter size because I mean, like what we've seen the last couple of days is that these stones have been typically a little bit bigger than what. Although GR2 does a great job. If I was to sell some radar software, GR2 does a great job with that maximum expected hail size of estimating what the hail sizes
we're
are.
advertising too much stuff, Jamie.
I'll-
The salespeople are going to
I
kick
will
down this
sell-
door,
I will sell GR2,
and they're gonna start handing us products. Be like,
Yeah.
sell this, sell this. It's, all right,
Yeah.
weather-wise.
Hey, if we get 10%, I'm all for it.
We don't get anything. Don't act like we get something. We don't get anything. Sometimes when we get bad weather, they'll give
I
us
think Tom
pizza.
got a coffee mug.
I did, but you know where I got this from? The Weather Lab. It was already here.
I do want to stress 10,000 people in Springfield still without power.
Yeah.
10,000 people in Springfield still without power. Most of these power outages are north
Side of
along
town.
I-44 and north of I-44. That's double of what happened last night.
So yesterday we've kind of flipped it. Yesterday it was across the south side, where we still have some probably lingering power outages from last night's storms or yesterday afternoon storms, and today it's now on the north side.
Someone saying thundering over in Forsyth. Someone just wrote in the comment section, tornado? Question mark. Nothing tornadic right now. I think the main threat today is these are mostly going to be big hailers. I cannot promise you there will not be a tornado today, but I would say the main threat is big hail.
North of the state line, hail.
Yes.
South of the state line, that's where we're going to have to watch for more of a
And-
tornado concern.
One of the areas I'm watching right now is south of Yellville. You know,
Heading toward Marshall.
This doesn't have a tornado possible tag on it, but if I had to bet money on what could be coming tornadic, it looks like northern Arkansas has a better chance than what's
Yeah.
happening in Missouri. Another power outage. Let's give you an update on this. No, I don't want to sign up with my email. What are we doing here? Here we go. Power outage. 26,000 people in Missouri without power. Most of those are, I mean, here's Boone County, here's Columbia, so just to the west of Boone County. But 10,000 in Greene County. Most of those are city utilities, about 10,000 people with city utilities without power at this time. And Jamie, you didn't have power last night. You said city utilities was chopping up trees at 2 a.m. to try to get you power.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
they've been on it.
They were, yeah. I mean, those crews were, and that's just in my neighborhood. I mean, and I could hear chainsaws going off in other parts of the neighborhood. So they would, they had crews out and they were addressing first. The way we were told that it goes is they kind of try to look at the overall power outage issue and they try to take care of that before they get to like individual homes that have maybe line damage. But they were at my house last night at 2 a.m., middle of the night, clearing up limb damage that was on a line. And then we had power back by 5 o'clock this morning. So, I mean, those guys, gals, they were at it all night long last night. Bless you. All night last night. And they're still working today. And this was also, we were doing some reporting on this. City Utilities was bringing in outside crews to help out with restoring power because there's just so many instances of not only power outage, but also tree damage that's leading to power outage.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing we don't really think about, right? It may just be like 50 or 60 miles an hour. And if you got a loose limb that falls in the wrong place, that can take out power.
And here's another
Pretty
thing.
easily.
So my wife and I, we were out in the backyard cutting up. Actually, this is like when we were first sort of assessing, okay, how are we going to tackle this? As we're standing in the backyard, and the sun at this point was out. There were no storms in our area. This is probably, like maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning. Well, a giant branch falls out of a tree in my neighbor's yard.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
So that's kind of a scary risk after you had like tree damage like we saw yesterday and probably today. You can still have these branches hung up in the tree. They've already broken out. They just haven't fallen out of the tree, and then they can randomly fall out. And you know, it's one of those, if you're in the wrong spot at the wrong time, it could be bad news.
Yeah.
Or we get some wind coming in with new storms, and then the branches come out and do damage. But yeah, I mean, we watched this. I mean, it was a big tulip poplar branch came out of this tree in my neighbor's backyard.
I got the camera on Mount Vernon, so I'm trying to keep eyes on this because we're talking about, hey, that second wave, that second round of thunderstorms.
Yeah. And we are now in a thunderstorm warning again in Springfield.
For Springfield?
Okay.
In Greene County.
Yeah. What's that? What hail size is it there?
Well, let's take a look. 60-mile-an-hour winds and 1-inch hail. There's
1 inch hail.
so down to quarter sized
A lot
again.
better.
Yeah.
Whew, I'll take that any day.
So kind of that hail core, the thunderstorms about to move in Mount Vernon. This camera is just outside of it, but I imagine when we look at this 2, 3, 5 minutes from now, it's really going to start picking up. We can see some rain in Mount Vernon, but nothing that I'm screaming, oh my gosh, get inside, get inside.
What did we get at the station? Hail? Did we get any hail here?
Nickels and dimes.
Nickels and dimes. I watched it for a while. We had dime size for a little while, and then it kind of tapered off, and then we had one more round of larger hail, maybe up to quarter size, before
yeah.
it fully tapered off.
Did
at
you
my
see
house.
that gnarly looking cloud, the base of
Yes.
it coming in? That
Yes.
was so cool.
Yeah.
Matt,
hold on, I got video. of that.
Yeah,
I think I got
let's-
video of that.
Let's take that. Let's show that off because that
Oh,
was
of
really
course.
cool.
Everyone's got to turn their head. Turn your head. Good time to exercise your neck. Stretch your neck. All right, now stretch it the other way.
Come on.
Good
So
stretch.
you know, if I'm guessing what I'm seeing, and I know you have to kind of tilt your head to do that.
Yeah.
it looks like the sky's falling.
Well, what you're looking at is you're seeing some of the stability near the surface. That's why the base there looks kind of scalloped.
right.
But that looks like you're looking at a mezzo.
It kind of does.
That looks like a mezzo to me.
I got another video. Hopefully, oh, it's another neck tilter.
Golly.
Tilt that neck.
Hey, I got one on my laptop.
Okay.
Look at those hailstones. My goodness.
One where people don't have to twist their head around.
I hope not. I'm getting dizzy.
Oh, look at that windshield getting. Hello.
Oh, this was from.
Hope you're having a good day.
That's a
Happy
bad
Tuesday.
Day. That is a
Was
bad
that
day.
from Jason's wife,
Happy Tuesday.
our sales guy? Was it?
yes, I
email?
believe.
Okay, so she works on the west side of town, and look at those hailstones. My gosh.
Okay, this is what you got, Tom.
This is from our morning photographer Jackson, and it kind of got some buildings in the way, but you're not turning your head. But that's that cloud, and you saw that when you were
That is wicked.
ahead of the storm.
You know, that's one thing that a lot of the pictures that we've had of the storms the last couple of days, we've seen a lot of wall cloud photos.
Yeah, there have been.
And wall clouds, I mean, they're not overly common. I mean, you don't see them all the time, but the last couple of days, there have been a lot of pictures with these supercells where, you know, folks have taken pictures of wall clouds.
You know, there's something that you can do. You could rotate the video.
Did you do that?
I'm learning, guys.
What?
Oh, look at that. Look,
learning.
it looks like the moon, like I guess they call it sunroof, moonroof. Anyway, on that car also looks like it maybe is.
man. Look at that, just splattering on the ground.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Oh, this is right at the Planet Fitness. I know where this is. Yeah, so this is right next to the Walmart in Springfield. So Northwest Springfield near the Planet Fitness.
I love how there's a Brahms
Oh.
right there next to the Planet Fitness.
Yeah. Ugh. There's also a Five Guys too, and a
So
Jimmy
is this
John's.
now? Is this like north?
This is the Northwest near the Walmart.
The
near,
Walmart
near
off
the zoo.
Walmart off of 40. Okay,
Near the zoo,
I
so-
gotcha. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
all right, yeah.
that's the north end of Kansas Expressway.
Yes. and that
yeah.
would have been right in the middle of the big hail core.
Yeah,
Yeah, check that out. That is so gnarly looking.
that is.
That's cool.
All right, getting some comments. People saying thunder in Battlefield. People are saying getting hail in Brookline. What are some comments? Hope's asking about Nixa. Another thunderstorm about to come through Nixa. Hope. Andrea saying Branson rarely gets anything.
Oh, you don't want this. You don't
I
want
think they're
it.
upset. They're like, I want the hail. I want the 4-inch size hail. Why don't I get the 4-inch size hail?
I don't want it.
I want to have my window smashed. Aw. Come on, guys. It's my turn. We are also still driving around the storm tracker. Jesse, do you know who's in the storm tracker? Jesse Inman just walking in. Give us a wave.
Parker and Lex.
That mic will not work, sadly.
oh,
so-
no.
Yeah, we changed it, so we didn't want you to come in and talk to us. That was the reason why. Here, you can Yeah, okay, I'll pass you the
I
mic.
was just going to pass along an update on the city utilities. I just got off the phone with them.
Is this a news update?
It is.
Okay.
It is. Okay, so about 10,000 people are without power right now in Springfield that are city utilities customers, and yeah, this is rigged up nice.
At least it's not drooping, man. It seems like I always get the mic
Yeah,
that's
you
drooping.
just got to strong arm it. We've got like I said, about 10,000 power outages right now. I just got off the phone with city utilities. They said the cause for these obviously weather related, but they're out right now trying to assess the damage at the moment, and I can get you the link here for that, Matt. I had
We had it up earlier.
thought I may have sent that,
It's
but
actually, yeah.
here it is. And if you let's see, we can probably
Scroll down a bit. You gotta
take
scroll
your
down over
website.
here.
I just came in and just hijacked everything, which is, not I'm not above it. So this is your city utilities outage map right now. Pretty, another mass outage event, 2 days in a row here for folks in city utilities. Jamie, how you looking over there, by the way? On
I
the
don't know.
south
You
side?
tell me. I don't.
You
I
guys-
thought you were just
from
asking how
yesterday.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
We got power.
All right. Well, let's start.
Internet's back. Power's
That's great.
back.
Well, folks, it was South Springfield yesterday that dealt with the majority of those outages. Now we've flipped the script, doubled it, and the north side is dealing with the outages. So I just got off the phone with Kara Irwin from City Utilities. Their crews are out there trying to assess right now. Once those assessments are complete, then repairs will begin. And once they have that assessment done, they're going to have a better idea of when most customers' power will be restored on kind of a mass basis there. They told me that if you see a line down, assume that it's energized. And call 911, call City Utilities. If you want to report a downed line, it's 417-863-9000, 863-9000. And with that, I saw on Ozarks Traffic earlier that there are some reports of downed wires in a couple of different places. I don't have the exact location for those, but just play it safe on that. There's no reason to go, check.
A question
with
on
your
this:
hand.
Are they
Yeah.
saying? Do they think that this is wind, or do they think it's just been the giant hailstones that have been maybe hitting some of the transformers, or maybe it's a combination of both?
They're not. They stopped short of telling me the exact cause because they're still out trying to assess that. But I was told if you don't hear back from us in 45 minutes, call us back. So I'm clock watching for that right now, and I'll be making that call to get people some answers because I feel like, at least in Springfield, over the last 12 months, this has just been a recurring thing for people when we've had these definitely big wind events. I mean, you guys know.
Oh, my gosh.
It was, tens of thousands of people in two different events last year.
40 plus on both of those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
50,000, 50,000.
Yeah.
And so here we are again in late April, and we've got another one here. So, and this looks to be pretty consistent with where that hail came through, guys. I mean, a lot of the pictures we've seen have come from this area on the north side of Springfield. So, my mom lives on northwest side, and she's got punctured holes in cars over there, and windshields busted out, glass tables shattered. So, that seems to be pretty consistent with where a lot of the biggest pictures are coming from here. So, but yeah, that's really it. That's the update I wanted to pass along to you from City Utilities. We're staying on top of it in the newsroom. Now, you guys I'm looking at your radar right now. It looks like we've got more rain coming through right now.
Yeah, we can pop that up.
So,
Well, I got the square camera pulled up right now. Got another round of rain moving
Thanks for
in.
coming.
yeah, because I asked about this rain and asked how is that going to affect your guys' assessment potential right now.
I'm going to tell you this because I watched guys that were coming out to my house this morning as severe weather was moving into Springfield. Severe warning storms for baseball size hail, and these guys. The AT&T guy was out. he was out there like making sure that my line was up because I have fiber that's aerial. Just making sure that was back up. We had a tree guy that came out that was assessing. I have some limbs that need to be cut out of the trees. and he was looking at that as like lightning is happening, you know, and the severe thunderstorm is coming in. So they're trying to be careful, but they're also trying to get this work done too.
Yeah, and so I asked about how potential severe weather could slow down their efforts of trying to repair this, and it looks like they've already made, I don't know, this fluctuates so much.
It's down about 200.
Yeah,
It's below 10.
some of it, you know,
below
hey,
10.
just plug it back in, maybe, is some of those. I don't know.
Well, there's your problem.
Yeah, they. She said that rain could potentially, you know, with potential severe thunderstorms coming through Springfield, could slow them down. Safety is going to be their top priority for making sure their workers are safe. But yeah, here in the next 45 minutes or so to an hour, we should have another update of how long it should take. And really, when it comes to power outages, I know, like, we can sit here and spit the numbers out, but the one thing people care about is how long until my power comes back on. So we're going to do our best to try and get those.
Or how
answers
long
for
do I
you.
have to see that my neighbors have power and I don't?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Time to make friends.
Okay, and speaking of that, like they're speaking of their power crew's safety. This next storm coming in has got lightning in it, and it's moving in fast. I mean, so they're going to be having to take pauses,
Yeah.
more wind, more heavy rain, and
The internet guy
weather.
that came to our house said that when he says if he sees lightning, he's got to sit in the van for 30 minutes.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I can tell you, he pushed it a little bit.
Oh.
I don't want to get him.
Don't
I don't.
say
I
that.
don't want to get him in trouble.
Don't say that.
Whoa,
No.
that's
But he's trying to get the work done. You know.
Thanks,
so
Jesse.
kudos to him. Bye,
All right,
Jesse.
Let's talk about the weather because thunderstorms starting to pick back up in Springfield.
Let's take a radar check.
Yeah, let's get some of these cameras too. Thanks, Jake, and letting me know. Lightning on Halltown camera. Things also getting dark in Springfield. So that second wave, it's moving back in. Let's try to show that off. Let's check this Halltown camera. That one's pretty good. Also, what about the Republic one? Here we go. Show this. So here we go. Kind of that second wave is moving. Second wave is pretty much on top of Mount Vernon right now, if not to the east of Mount Vernon. It's going to be very quickly getting into Republic, very quickly getting into Springfield. I know some people in our comment section are saying, hey, they're getting hail, they're getting lightning in Brookline and Republic. And so we got the cameras up. We're trying to look at what's happening into the area. I also want to
Square
check
camera. Take the square camera.
the square camera. Okay,
Yes.
let's go and get that.
We've got. Oh, here you can take a mindful if you need.
Oh.
If it's
I realized I just hijacked
His
Oh,
notepad.
his notepad. I
Yeah,
realized.
yeah,
I was like, why is he? Oh, he wants the notepad. I'm like, oh no. I'm sorry. I just hijacked the notepad. I'm a thief. Loading up the square camera. Okay. Where is that? Oh, yeah.
down. You can see it bouncing off a little bit. And this is that storm that's got maybe
Yeah.
nickels and dimes. The severe storm
Bung,
is still
bung.
back to the
Yeah.
west a little bit.
Bung.
But you can see it. You know, more hail. We're not
Splashes
done
in the fountain. We saw this last yesterday evening. We were watching the Mount Vernon. We were looking at like one of the MoDOT cameras. We were watching the Mount Vernon camera as the storm that hit Springfield earlier in the afternoon, or I guess it was late afternoon. Yeah, man, we were watching the hailstones just bouncing off the camera.
I got to take a call. Parker Padgett's calling me. I got to take this.
Thankfully, no one outside right now, downtown Springfield. And I think this hail isn't the worst of it in Springfield. You know, I'm looking at what's happening on the other thunderstorm that's about to roll in, expecting that to be a little bit stronger. Lauren saying big hail east of Springfield. Yeah, let me know, guys, if you're watching, where
Yeah, we're east.
are you seeing hail? Let me know if you have power as well. Someone, Shelby saying it's hailing on Bypass for a second. What else do we have? Kelly just put a sleeping bag over my windshield. Looking at some of the damage pictures, yeah. Sonic size ice in Mountain Grove. I love that because I can tell exactly.
But you don't want to eat this ice.
Big thunder in Battlefield. Rachel also saying thunder in Battlefield. Amy, more hail with this round.
Hey Matt,
Yes,
on that warning for Springfield too. I mean, they do have they have golf ball size hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts.
So they bumped that up. They
Yeah.
did. National Weather Service was
All
saying,
right.
hey, it's going to be quarter-sized hail, and then they bumped that up to now golf ball-sized hail. And looking at some of these cameras,
Hey, and
I believe that.
Matt Parker just called me. He made a great point. They're driving around the storm tracker too.
Oh, okay.
They're in Springfield still. They're on Division.
Let's take
just
his
a minute
shot.
ago. He got a great point because the first hailstorm that came through broke out a lot of windows. Well, now it's raining cats and dogs outside.
Oh my god,
So
you're right.
anybody who's got
You're
these
right.
busted windshields,
Now you got a flooded vehicle.
you got a pool in your
Yeah.
front seat.
Where'd you say Parker's driving at?
Division, and
Okay.
maybe
north side of
maybe
town.
West Division,
It
West
could
Division,
be.
heading out toward the airport. Maybe.
We'll see what he's driving up on this building. on the
Okay, it says
left.
eastbound division just past Cox North.
Oh, okay. I know where he is.
All right. Okay.
Okay, we got someone commenting.
Yeah, he's
no
east
power
of
on
he's
north
east of
side.
Kansas Expressway, and we are seeing some hail also in his video.
Yeah, he was saying about 80% rain, 20% hail. That looks about right.
If you guys can do me a favor, there are 10,000 homes without power right now in Springfield. So there's probably people that have no idea the next wait. Look at that water ponding over the road right there, getting
Yeah.
kicked up by the storm tracker.
You know what? The flooding risk is probably going to go up too as we see rounds of heavy rain today.
There's probably more people in Springfield that don't know about this next wave that's coming in, or more people that are down the line that don't know of this next wave of thunderstorms that don't have power right now. Best way to kind of get this information out to them is through Facebook. And man, that water's really starting to pond in the roadways. I wouldn't be surprised if.
Well, you guys
flash
want
flood warning
to
gets
go
issued.
over radar again? Let folks
Yeah, let's go
for
ahead and
folks
do
that are having to watch online, they don't have power. Maybe they're on their tablet or whatnot. We can
Could be. Yeah.
show them what's happening. Show them what's coming back into the Springfield area.
Tom, your camera's pointed
Let's
all the
take
way
a
up to
look.
the sky.
Whoops.
See if we can.
Is this how you do this? Can you actually do that?
Yeah, you just got to be gentle with it.
Oh, it doesn't like that.
It doesn't, does it?
Oh, wait a minute. Where's it going now?
Here we go. All right, Chief. I'm going to get you on the. You're on the cam, Chief.
Okay,
my
well,
camera's shut down.
Direct me with
It
what
is.
you want to do.
that is weird that it does.
All right. Well, here, Jamie,
Yeah.
if you want to control this, go for it. Matt, let's work on my camera.
All right. So what we're looking at, we've got. You can see this. You can see this severe thunderstorm. It looks like it's already moved through the Mount Vernon area. That one's coming back into stretches from Aurora up to Everton. Of course, Aurora nailed with hail up to baseball size earlier this morning. I'm going to switch radar images. Kind of want to see what's looks like for folks in Aurora. You guys may be getting some small hail. Looks like the worst of it though is further north, kind of extending up toward the Mount Vernon Chesapeake area. Likely some golf ball size, kind of in that core just to the southeast of Mount Vernon. Hail should be falling in Chesapeake right now. Areas further east, Billings probably getting some small hail. Clever maybe some small hail at this time. And then here in Springfield, there are some pockets of small hail, but I'm not seeing like a big hail core yet. But that thunderstorm is going to be tracking into Springfield. The movement on that is 45 off to the east. So here over the next half hour, we're going to see things kind of worsen once again. That storm is moving due east. And it also kind of has that look. I don't know, Matt, if you're taking, of course, we're looking at a different radar image. That it has a look where it's tracking east, and it looks like that one may be able to produce a bit more wind than we've seen so far with these storms.
Here, one sec, Jamie. I had it on the wrong graphic for you.
And that would go more towards like Nixa, Ozark,
There you
South
go, Jamie.
Springfield.
Yeah, it looks like that one, that line of storms, which right now extends from south of Walnut Grove down to Aurora, that one's going to come into the west side of Springfield. Looks like maybe the worst of the wind coming into Halltown, down south to Aurora right now, and then that's going to spread east across Marionville, Billings, Republic, Brookline, and then it may sweep across the south side of Springfield. Maybe getting areas like Nixon, Ozark also over the next half hour as it pushes east. And it looks like for Springfield residents, maybe another round of hail. We've already got some on the north side of town. We saw Parker's footage coming in, looked like some small hail there. We may have some bigger stones coming in with this next line into Republic and Billings first. And it looks like some of that hail's probably going to get into the south side and also across Nixon, Ozark. So, yeah. How many waves of hail are we up to now? I mean,
This
we've had the
would
big
be-
one this morning.
Yeah.
We
the
had one
came
yesterday.
through. Oh, yeah, man.
So, this may be round 3 for Springfield at least.
Yeah, 2 in one day. And more to
And-
go, right? Probably.
Yeah, and of course, we're going back to Parker's footage right there. Is he still in division?
I saw that he crossed national last time I saw.
Yeah, not seeing any stones right now. It looks like mainly just heavy rainfall. That's going to be another issue, though, Tom. You brought that up. Heavy rainfall. We may not get flash flooding, but we're definitely going to have that risk of street flooding.
Yeah.
And there's some
Yeah.
places in Springfield that are notorious for street flooding when you get real intense rainfall events like this one. These big bursts of very heavy rainfall, and you could see some of these dips in the road just fill up with water real quick. So that's going to be a danger for folks.
Yeah, we'll be. Turn around, don't drown, right? We
Yeah.
say that all the time. And, yeah, if there's water in the road, there's always another way out.
looks like we got your camera fixed.
I know. Hi.
I kind of want to address some comments. Lauren saying, "Is this just a wind and hail threat for now?"
Yes.
Yes. Not seeing anything tornadic, but the wind has been, or not the wind, the hail has been disgusting. It's been shattering windshields. Someone's asking, can we have tornadoes today? There is still a tornado chance, especially for places into northern Arkansas, for places in south central Missouri. Still that, yeah, he's on division. He's about to get to Cox right up there.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Tom, if you can, let's pull up the meso analysis page for SPC,
Okay.
and then we can
Yeah.
show instability, and we can, because folks may be going, well, how are we getting these hailstorms and there's not a risk of tornadoes to come with it? The thing is, it's like if you've been outside, it's not terribly warm. It's in the low to mid 60s, I would guess, here in Springfield and across a lot of southern Missouri, and so you don't quite have that low level lift that you might need to have tornadoes along with these severe thunderstorms that we currently have.
So there it is, right? There's your Cape values. 2,000, 3,000 joules per kilogram. That's a lot of. That's why we're getting the big hail.
Yeah,
right?
that's
we got high Cape out there.
And so you're looking at sort of that total throughout the atmosphere. Let's take a look at the surface-based Cape,
Surface-based, all
because that'll give
right.
us an idea on
moves farther south.
So
Sure.
okay, so we see Missouri, we see Arkansas, and we see that packing of red lines right there.
Kind of like right there.
That is sort of the northern edge of what we call surface-based instability, and that's closer to. Looks like the warm front is even further south, maybe down closer to the Little Rock area near
Kinda-
Conway,
Yeah. What do you think?
near
Maybe-
I-40.
Yeah.
That's good. We want the warm front to stay south.
Well, sure. If we take a look at like some of the surface components, I mean, you can just see. Let's see here. Temperature, dew point, wind. Yeah. And warm front, probably about right there. What'd you say?
Let me switch
Let's
that
see.
back. Let me switch that back.
Oh, I see. Something like that, perhaps.
Yeah, I think you're right there.
Somewhere in that area. Yeah.
So that front is going to be the focal point for the risk of tornadoes probably this afternoon going into this evening. And the question is, how far north can that front get? Because these waves of thunderstorms that are going through our area right now, we may not like the hail that we're getting with them and that risk of wind, but what they do is they help to hinder the ability of that front to move north. And that tends to also hinder the ability of the risk of tornadoes to get north into southern Missouri. We may see that tornado risk tend to stay more focused a little closer to I-40, maybe as far north as, say, Jasper, Harrison, Yellville, east across Norfolk. Maybe in that zone later today, we could see more of a tornado risk with any thunderstorms that kind of move along that front. But right now, I think, at least in the short term, next few hours possibly, I think this is mainly going to be a hail threat that we've got with these storms.
It is. And looking at radar, you can look back into southeast Kansas, right?
More.
And, more on the way. All this right there. That's all coming generally that direction.
The I can't show this picture off, but there was a 5-inch, just shy of a 5-inch hailstone north of Springfield, just shy of 5 inches.
Let me show it to you. Penny Lane.
So that is just.
There you go.
Oh, there's one of them.
That-
Is that the 5-inch?
That was, yeah, Penny Lane. Well, she says it was 5 inches. I can't make
You can
out.
see the ruler. That
Is that a
says 5.
5?
That says 5.
Okay. Yeah, man.
I'm older, so blurry vision is kind of normal to me. So when I see the blurry, I can actually decipher what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Here,
take a
what
step
if I,
back.
this thing
I want to
full.
let's look at the power outages. Let's just keep rotating that. Still about 10,000 people in Greene County without power at this time. That's double from what we saw of yesterday. Also
Yeah.
on
Looks like the numbers back up too. I know we had kind of dipped below 10. Now we're back up to closer to.
kind of waiting on that next wave of thunderstorms as well. So in Springfield, it's going to pick up again. It's getting stronger right now in Marionville. That's really where it's the strongest right now. That looks like where that hail core is picking up in Republic, picking up in Stratford. Springfield, it's going to start to pick up again. Another severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued on top. Let me show this because this is a very. The National Weather Service, when they do warnings like this, they're just like, guys, everyone's getting thunderstorms. Very large polygon that goes across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counties. So that's going to be Jasper County, Cedar County. I mean, just
East into Polk.
east into Polk. This is for golf ball sized hail. And the takeaway is, guess what? more thunderstorms are still in Kansas that are going to come back across. And so we're not done, expecting it to actually pick back up in the next 15 minutes in Springfield. I've been reading the comment section. One guy was talking about damage that happened. He was estimating he had a whole lot of damage that was done to 3 of his vehicles in his bass boat parked outside. He said,
Oh no!
I think he might have been exaggerating a bit, but he stressed that's $25,000 worth of damages. But I
you
mean,
know what?
with the dent
Here's
repairs
the
on
thing
3
with dent
cars,
repairs. I
and-
mean, you would be
bass
surprised.
boat.
Yeah, and you'd be surprised how much dent removal costs. We had a hailstorm. This would have been back in.
not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah,
not
we had-
sponsored.
I think it was like 20, maybe 28. No, it was 2020. It was 2020. Okay, so I had just gotten my truck, and we had a round of severe weather that came through on January the 10th, 2020. And I remember I had come into work, and at work where my truck was, we had quarter size hail at least, and it dented up my truck. And at my house where my truck should have been, there was no hail. So that was that. But then when I took the truck in to get the hail estimate, it wound up being, I think, $3,500 to pull the dents. And they weren't even overly large. So, you know, I mean, if you've got a couple of vehicles, you got a boat, I mean, I could easily see, especially now, that was 2020, that was pre-COVID. You know, here we are post-COVID, inflation and all that. I mean, I could see
Yeah.
20,000. Yeah.
Well, and now you got, it's not just dents, you're probably fixing windshields
Yeah.
and glass, and
Yeah.
that gets expensive.
That is, I mean, like I just had a windshield replaced on a vehicle, and I thought it was a good price, but it was, and because when some windshields have more bells and whistles than others, they have sensors
yeah.
embedded in the glass and
Right,
whatnot.
right.
This is just a basic windshield. It was like $400.
Guys, I want to focus on Marionville because they just had that hail core that moved in. Hearing reports of power outages and obviously about quarter to maybe golf ball size hail as well in Marionville. I do want to say, looks like the worst of it is going to start to wind back down. That's Marionville. That's Aurora. That is starting to back up Freistadt, Hoburg, even maybe get some sunshine. It looks like Billings and Clever, you guys are up next for this hail core. Republic, about 5 minutes, maybe 10 until that hail starts to move back in. Battlefield is starting to pick up as well. So Springfield's going to be under this next wave. We do have Parker Pageant who's driving around in Springfield. Already a whole lot of water over the road. Look at this. He's probably going to shoot up some water on the side of the storm tracker and expecting it to pick back up in Springfield.
Mhm.
This is kind of the calmer part of this
Yeah,
thunderstorm.
if you want to call it that.
It's
yeah.
going to ramp back up. So this is calm compared to what it's going to be in the next 5-10 minutes, and it's going to be a very intense
Yeah.
10 to 20
Look
minutes
at,
of a
and
thunderstorm
Matt, you were
pouring
saying,
down.
look at the water at that intersection. I
Yeah.
mean, you can see the water flowing through parts of that intersection.
Oh, National Weather Service just upgraded the severe thunderstorm warning for Greene County to tennis ball sized hail. I want to say that again. National Weather
2.5.
Service
What-
just
what-
upgrading this warning to tennis ball sized hail, winds up to 70 miles per hour. So the shot that we're seeing in Springfield right now, this is calm compared to what it's about to do. It is about to pick up in the next 5 to 10 minutes. So we're going to be here for this. Let me know, guys, in the comment section if you lose power. Let me know if you start seeing hail.
Tom,
Let's
pull
get
up,
active again.
pull up GR2. Let's take a look at the
GR2.
hail estimates on that.
Hold up.
Get that
What is that? 1.5, not 2. Not 2 inches in that little zone.
Nope. Nope.
Hey!
There you go. And we can go, let's go one panel on that. Just focus on that hail.
All right. Is that
Yeah, go kind of
I haven't done this in a while.
right here. Panels.
Panels, that would make sense. All right.
There we go.
And
There we go. And
that
put it on
was-
MEHS. Right there. Yeah, that's the hail
Wow.
core. So,
So
folks can-
Billings,
yes.
Clever, about a little less than 2 inch size hail.
Yeah.
But remember, I mean, it may be a little bit of an underestimate.
Mm-hmm.
Could be. And keep an eye, Matt, it's just when this storm rolls through, keep an eye on that Ozark Haven camera we've got.
Yeah. Let me get some cameras up.
So that hail core right now should be moving across Billings. That's probably going to get back into Republic, move across Clever,
Yeah, clever for sure.
Nixa, maybe Ozark, maybe the south side of Springfield getting clipped by that. And here's the
Yeah.
thing about like storms today. Some folks are going to get under warnings and they're going to be like, "Well, I didn't get the tennis ball size hail," but you probably did get hail. It's just these hail cores are think of them as like the most intense part of an area of hail. So when we say up to tennis ball size, there may be a small area that gets tennis ball size, but there may be a broad area that gets quarter or golf ball size, which can still be very damaging.
Yeah, it can be. I'm going to take a look at this. And, yeah, the red is just hail.
Mm-hmm.
If it turns yellow, I think that's large hail or dark red. Yeah, large hail. All right.
Here's James River Freeway
All right.
starting to pick up in Springfield.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, we got someone from Billings right now in the comment section. They're saying small hail in Billings. Imagine
Okay.
it's about to pick up for you.
Yeah, because it looked like that hail core was going right over Billings.
What else we have? People power out in Crane. Okay, it's good to know. That's the first I've heard of power out in Crane. I've heard a whole lot about power not in Springfield. I haven't heard about power missing in Crane. So thanks for that.
And that line of storms, we were talking about this earlier. It's kind of running north-south coming into the Springfield area. So
Sure.
it's
Yeah.
kind of oriented in a way. So like the atmospheric winds are going to be able to really kind of get behind it. And some of that wind energy can make it down to the surface. And that's why they're going, I think, with that risk of winds up to 70 miles per hour.
Yeah. Well, especially in that kind of line feature that's moving through.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you'll find a pretty stout downdraft in this thing.
Really
All
starting to
right.
pick back up. You know,
Yeah, it is.
I got off this camera. I kind of want to get right back on it. You're starting to see it bounce up and down. You can't see as much. Hail core about to move in, and we're getting estimates. National Weather Service has this warning for tennis ball size hail. So I want to stress another wave of damaging hail. We've already seen the pictures. Let's pull up kind of the damage pictures that have happened earlier today. It looked like the area that was hit the hardest was North Springfield and really Northwest Springfield, kind of near the zoo. And here's some pictures in that area. Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. I mean, large hail. Another thunderstorm capable of producing the same type of damage moving back in. So it kind of looks like that hail of most of that hail, Billings, Republic, just to the west of Clever and Hurley right now and north of Crane. I think that's where most of that hail core is. It looks north of Crane for the bulk of it.
And Tom was mentioning too, you know, with these windshields getting busted out or punctured. I mean, all this rain that we're getting to, all of that's going to run down into those cars. So not only are we looking at dent damage, glass damage, we're looking at the risk of just the interiors of these vehicles maybe being ruined as
for
they get
sure.
soaked with water.
For sure. Or like all the electrical systems, all that stuff
Yeah.
that's not supposed to have water on it. It's getting water on it.
Yeah, it's a bad day.
it
It's
is.
not a good day.
Yeah. This might
Going
be
back to
supposed
Parker
be north
Paget,
here. Let's-
driving on, not Division, this is Kearney, right? Driving on Kearney, about to get to the Chick-fil-A up there. Yeah, the big shots in Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, you see it there,
there
the
it
nets,
is.
the
Right
nets off in the
Right up
distance.
Kearney.
Yeah.
Man,
So about to get to Glenstone.
I wonder if he can, I don't know if he's watching the stream right now.
He's
If this
turning
is-
south on Glenstone
If
right
this
now.
is the storm tracker, put the
Yeah.
camera on that looks behind. I want to see what's coming. All right, now put the camera on that looks to the looks to the right. I want to see what's coming. I don't think he's watching.
Would there be any like MODOK cameras we could take? That'd be good.
Yeah, I can start to hunt for a little bit more.
Maybe. I'm starting to browse around a few here.
Yeah, let me know if you find any good cameras, Tom. About still in Springfield, 9,900 people without power. So that hasn't really changed, and we're getting this next wave of thunderstorms. And taking a peek on radar, we still have even more after this.
Yeah.
Nothing tornadic. I want to stress that. Not seeing anything tornadic right now. Brittany's saying she's in Republic. They're getting hail as well.
How big? Can we ask her?
Didn't say. Brittany, let us know. Are we talking quarter or? Lane saying Hillcrest High School got hit pretty well. I imagine that's
Okay.
with that first wave earlier. Flooding on Kimbrough is insane. So let's try to look in Kimbrough. See if we can get some cameras in there. Sunshine.
Okay, how does that look on?
Hmm?
There's a camera in Republic.
Here,
Not
I'll take your
bad.
feed, Tom.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm trying to figure this out. Seeing a little bit based on the camera location, this would be in the middle of the hail of that storm, but it's tough to make out.
It is, but look at the visibility. I mean,
No,
what
I
do you
know.
think? Maybe half mile, 3/4 of a mile.
It's heavy. It's thick.
The rain's that heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and probably some hail in there too.
Probably
right?
some hail in there,
Drags it
and you
down.
can see the vehicles throwing up a lot of water on the roads too.
Oh yeah. And there was some others. The one that Matt was taking was pretty good. This one,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, that one's
showed
even
off.
worse than the last time we looked
Golly,
at it.
it's just getting bad. And that would be where the storm's coming in. So that camera on the west side of town. Okay, there's Republic for you. So if we take a look back at our radar Omega, we can see that
Right over Republic.
right over it, right there. Yeah, that's the storm moving in. So Brookline, Battlefield, hail sizes. The warning was for what?
Tennis ball.
Tennis ball?
Yeah.
I don't know if we're seeing tennis ball.
Let me go. So GR2 still indicates maybe, I guess it'd be $50 to maybe golf ball.
Yeah.
At the strongest. Yeah, this.
Yeah, if we've got anybody watching from Clever, it'd be great to get maybe a report from them
Yeah.
because it looks like the hail core went right over the top of them. Looks like that's going to
Yeah.
go right down 14. So further east, Nixa, Ozark. Looks like that hail core may move right across those areas. This is West Bypass and Sunshine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don let me know hail on West Bypass and Republic Road. So I got the
Okay.
camera at West Bypass and Sunshine. So
Flash
maybe
the
we'll
lightning
start
there.
to see. Oh, come on, camera.
Oh, yeah.
Stick with me, camera. Shelby saying you can't see much. Thunder and lightning picked up bad. That's the way she spelled it. So that's the way I'm saying it.
It made me think of. It made me. I know this is off topic, but it made me think of SNL. Goat Boy.
Oh, focus,
Oh
focus,
my
focus,
gosh.
boys, focus,
Yeah.
boys. Thunderstorms moving into
Yeah.
Springfield.
Well, you did it, man. You started that.
Yeah, it's starting to pick back up in Springfield. This is the second wave, and it looks like the first one was stronger to the north side of town. I think this one's going to be stronger to the
South
south
side.
side of town.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Tom, I'm going to take that shot. This is, we had the Ozark camera up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm messing with it. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Let's pan around.
Hail
Nobody's
on
playing.
Republican Highway 60.
All right.
Paul is saying no hail, and I'm in Republic, so we're getting kind of
Take the square. Here.
conflicting reports.
All right.
Well, and that's the thing. That's what we were talking
Downtown.
about earlier. Is you have these big, broad warnings, and even though we're saying maybe up to tennis ball size, that doesn't mean that everybody in the warned area is going to get tennis ball size hail. It's just that there could be pockets that do, but most areas will probably at the very least get small hail out of these storms. I think that this is going to be one of those days where most of these thunderstorms will produce some hail. The question is
yeah.
just how big is the hail going to get?
Golly, I'm looking at the square camera now, and there's flooding on the square. That's not unusual, but
Yeah, it does fill up.
it fills up. But it's full.
Yeah.
It's full now. I don't see any hail bouncing around yet. Downtown Springfield, no hail right now.
Parker driving on Division, about to drive to the station. I wonder if he's pulling the storm tracker in or what. But we can see. Let's see how bad it's looking for our parking lot.
it makes
I'm
me-
getting worried about my car, and so I'm like, all right, I'm not seeing hail. I'm not seeing hail. He's getting at the downtown airport, about to get.
Oh
to the,
yeah, it is. You can
Oh,
see it there,
no.
downtown
I
airport to
don't
the
wanna
right.
See you don't want to see the storm tracker on
Pulling
me like
in?
this.
Oh,
You don't. Yeah, it's you never want to see the storm tracker in your area. And, I'm kind of curious if he's going to drive into the parking lot. I'm like, please tell me my car is not hail damaged.
Oh
Um,
my gosh.
Yeah.
Olivia's asking about
Flash
Lebanon.
lightning.
We'll talk about Lebanon in just a second. Hail's really moving into Springfield. We'll kind of give a forecast for everyone else. Someone's asking a couple questions about Lebanon as well.
A lot of water in
wow.
the ditches right there.
Ashley saying she got tennis ball hail off Grant about 45 minutes ago.
All right.
That would've
Pea-size
been the
hail's right now by dawn.
First storm.
That would have been the first one.
45 minutes ago.
I would argue probably a little bit longer
before
than
that,
45, but
Yeah.
Angie saying looking green in Ozark. And anytime you get these big hailstorms,
Oh man.
the sky will start to look a little bit different color.
Let's get. Do we have the sports complex camera in Ozark? still?
Sure. Give me a minute. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, see if we can see that green sky.
It's
Brandon
a
saying
little-
wind more powerful than hail in Republic.
Okay.
It's a little ominous.
That
out
does
there.
look. I mean, I think it's a dirty lens, but
Yeah, a lot of rain.
it does make the sky look. And you see a flash lightning. It does make the sky look pretty scary.
Yeah, very dark.
And we've got this wave coming into Springfield. I think if I remember right, when we were looking at radar earlier, there was more further west.
Yeah,
So
there
this
was.
is just the latest wave. There's going to be another wave
Take a look at
that has some hail with it.
So this is the current storm we're dealing with, right? That's the big one with varying sizes of hail coming in southwest Springfield and Battlefield, Fremont Hills, Nixa, and Ozark. Back here, Monette, that's not severe, but Cassville to Monette, anywhere in between parts of Berry County, a little bit of rain. This is still severe. I would estimate. What do you think? Probably quarter size here. You guys want to play a game? What's the warning say?
They're going golf ball on that.
Are they really? Yeah, it's saying golf ball. Wind, not a big deal. Hail for sure.
What about Lebanon? We've had a lot of people ask about Lebanon.
And Lebanon had,
And
you know,
thankfully-
there was some big hail in Lebanon yesterday too.
There was, and there was also there was severe weather that rolled through Lebanon back on Sunday night too.
Oh yeah, nothing severe in Lebanon. Rain, thunder, lightning. Golly, some of this stuff here though, we're not done yet. If you're up,
No.
if you're upstream from any of this here in Southwest Missouri, I'll just circle that and draw a line.
I mean, what just happened in Lebanon was Springfield had a really bad hailstorm, and then you waited an hour and you got it in Lebanon. I think this is a very similar thing where the hail that we're talking about now, just be a little bit patient, and guess what? You're going to get that soon as well. So you're not completely done. More activity going to be
Right.
starting to march your way. I do want to.
Things are kind of clearing out across northwest Arkansas.
Yeah, I wanted to point that out. Yeah, if you're down here, we got parts of, Izard County and Stone County, Arkansas, moving towards Cave City and, what is that? Not Sharp County.
Yeah,
You got one big storm making its way through. But outside of that, northwest, north central, things are clear for you in Arkansas.
The nice part is just a severe thunderstorm watch right now. Just a severe thunderstorm watch for Missouri and for Arkansas. Those tornado watches begin out of our area. Does that mean it's impossible for us to get a tornado today? Absolutely not. But I do think the main threat is going to be just generally a hail threat. Severe thunderstorm watches in place, a low chance for a tornado, but the bigger threat we'll have is just some big old storms that are producing a whole lot of hail. I want to try to look at the latest model.
yeah.
I haven't looked at.
I
This
think.
would be the HER, right, Jamie?
What are you looking at?
Kind of the built-in tool that you got.
Oh yeah, that'll be the her. I do want to say, I think these watches that the SPC has out right now are really good and on point because the atmosphere that's more conducive for tornado development is right there as you get closer to I-40 and south. North of I-40, it's been kind of worked over by the storms that we've had this morning now into this afternoon. And now as we see more of a gap, more of a break in the wet weather across northwest Arkansas, what that may allow to happen is for that warm front and the higher instability air at the surface to get further north. So with subsequent storms, we may see more of a risk of tornadoes getting further north of I-40, maybe getting into northern Arkansas. So that's something that I think we'll be watching for as we work through the rest of the afternoon into the early evening. I think north of the state line, we may continue to have that that continuous stream of scattered thunderstorms kind of spilling across our area that will probably keep temperatures cool and probably really limit the risk of tornadoes with these storms. We're still going to have hail, but I think we're going to be able to keep that tornado risk for the most part south of the state line.
Looking at Kansas, US 60, hail picking up. Nixa, I imagine you guys are really starting to get some good hail. Thunderstorms as well. Nixa, Fremont Hills, Battlefield, South Springfield. Ozark, you're knocking on the door of this hail coming to you. This is the look. Once again, Kansas and US 60. Highlandville, I'd say about 5 minutes until things start to pick up for your area as well. This warning goes for, National Weather Service did push it back down. They had it up to tennis ball size hail. They moved it back down to golf ball size hail. And I think that's a good estimate. Is about quarter to could be some golf ball size hail. I don't think golf ball is going to be
If you want to take
widespread.
GR2, you can see what the hail core looks like right now.
Yeah, I got that up.
You can see Springfield, James River there, kind of on the north end of the image. Galloway. Small hail, it looks like into the south side of Springfield right now. Looks like the hail sizes pick up once you get south of Battlefield. The biggest, the core that we were watching was kind of moving down Highway 14. Still looks like that's the case. Looks like we're going to start seeing some bigger hail get into Nixa. As you said, Matt, maybe quarter to golf ball size.
And there's a couple people asking, is this going to be the baseball size hail that we saw earlier today? No. So quarter to golf ball generally is what this round is going to be. Someone's asking, is this going to go into Rogersville? Yeah, every indication says that this is going to continue down the line. We have someone panicking in the comment section. They're like, is it going to be baseball size hail? No. Oh, goodness, what areas of Springfield mainly? Pretty much everywhere in Springfield is going to get hail, but I think the largest is going to be south of Springfield.
Yeah, and
so south of Springfield is where that core is going to be.
New scan coming in on radar, and hail estimates still looking pretty good for areas coming in Nixa right now. I'd say maybe up to quarters. South of Nixa, the hail core there is perked up. You mentioned Highlandville. It looks like that hail core is going to kind of come through the Highlandville area. Looks like it may head east towards Sparta. So Ozark, Sparta, we're probably going to have some hail coming through those areas in maybe the next, let's say, next 15 to 20 minutes. Hail sizes, maybe not tennis ball size, but it still could be damaging. I mean, we could still be looking at quarter to golf ball, especially with that core that's south of Highway 14 right now that's going to head east toward Ozark and Sparta. Looks like it should be getting into Ozark right now. I think we've already had some hail in Nixa. Should be getting some hail in the Fremont Hills area. Galloway's likely getting some hail. But the worst of it looks to be between Highlandville and Ozark, and looks like that's going to head east towards Sparta.
Okay. Man. Ozark's starting to pick up as well. Someone's asking about Branson. It looks like there's a good thunderstorm in Cassville right now. So for things in Branson, you're going to have to be a little bit more patient before this moves in. And this doesn't look as intimidating as everyone else's hail. This is starting to move. Let me draw this in. This is your thunderstorm that you're going to have to deal with in Branson and Forsyth. And that one doesn't look as scary as what a lot of people have experienced earlier. So I don't think this is going to be a baseball-sized hail or anything ridiculous like that. But still more chances of active weather to start to move in. Parker Pageant.
Take my mic here.
Yeah, that mic doesn't work, sadly. Well, I could get it to work.
And Matt, looking at just also looking at the winds coming across south side of Springfield into Christian County, it looks like we're getting some pretty good winds. Maybe not 70, but we may be getting some gusts there coming into Ozark right now, 50 to 60. Maybe we've had some 50-mile-per-hour gusts also in Nixa. And looks like that area wind is going to push across Rogersville, Sparta, push across Highlandville. So there's some wind with this storm, too, coming across South Greene County and Northern Christian County.
Okay. Parker, you've been out
Yes,
in the storm tracker chasing.
absolutely.
What'd you see?
So the one thing I wanted to make very clear, I've never seen anything like the hailstorm that we had today. I'm granted, I'm only 29. I'm not a historian. It was so fast, and the hail was just so big.
Mm-hmm.
And
He was like, and even with yesterday's storms, I mean, we went from like, oh, we're under this severe thunderstorm warning. We've got wind and hail. And then within 30 minutes, the sun was back out.
Mhm.
And we saw that this morning. And so how intense, like when you were watching this hailstorm, was it a lot of hail falling at one time, or was it just scattered really big hailstones?
I'm going to be honest with you. I can't answer that question. We were driving westbound Kearney when the hail started, and it got so, I want to say, like, once the hailstorm was over, I was able to get some of that hail, and that's some of the photos that we've had. I know, Tom, I know you posted a photo, but I mean, I have moderately. I mean, I'm a pretty big guy. I've got big hands. These hailstones were filling a majority of my hand. I've never seen the hail this big.
Yeah, I was telling my wife this morning as we were getting around this hail at my house. So I'm just about to turn 50. Mm-hmm. And I have loved weather ever since I was a little kid. One of the first things that I remember that kind of spurred my interest in weather was a hailstorm in Mississippi. I was in the second grade, and I remember looking out a window as a storm was coming through and watching these hailstones bounce off the ground and then going outside and collecting them, and they were baseball size. And I have never seen since, and I have I have storm chased. I've been a storm spotter, and I've never seen hail that large since. So it's not common
No.
to see hailstones that big.
And the thing that got me the most was we've been driving around. We left around, I'd say, I don't know, you guys are the experts. This storm probably hit around 11:15, 11:30.
Yeah.
Oh, and a lot of people are saying they don't have sound on your mic, Parker.
Me?
Yeah.
You mean talk louder?
No, I don't know why they don't have sound on your mic because you're talking into Tom's mic. But
I hear him fine.
yeah, no, it's a lot of people saying no sound.
What do you want me to do about that?
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on, let me try to work on it for a sec. On, try to.
What about this one? I can do. They gave me 2 mics. I don't have
They
that
say
much
sound on for
information.
Jamie. Sound's not on for. Just make sure unplug the mic cord and plug it back in. Let's do that. That's the answer to everything. Unplug it and plug it back in.
We're IT experts.
Get our sound tech in here.
Get our sound tech.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that better?
Exit out.
Did we
Exit
fix
out
it?
in the stream. Let us know if you guys can hear Parker. Parker, say something for us.
Something.
Hopefully.
No, it's just the one thing that I wanted to, because I got to get back to putting the story together for the news. That, again, not an expert, not a scientist. I'm pretty sure, isn't hail supposed to melt at some point?
Yes.
Okay. We still had a plethora of hailstones hours, or at least an hour after this storm. And I don't know if that's just because of how dense the hail was or how thick it was, but that was one of the things that Lex and I, our photog, we kept commenting on as we were driving through. Sunny skies and all this hail. It was nuts. But I just wanted to pop in and kind of get my perspective. I apologize if our viewers
No,
weren't
no,
able to hear.
No.
It's,
No, I apologize if they weren't able to hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to pop in and give you guys the first person perspective of that. I know you guys are doing a good job.
No.
Well, the damage to the cars too, and it's hail. Sometimes you feel hopeless because you got your car parked and you're like, all right, I hope it doesn't break my windshield, and then the damage comes
That's
in.
the
and you're kinda
thing is
stuck.
that we were getting some more video and the rain started up again, and that's the first thing I thought of was, oh no, all these people. And again, I'm not trying to talk in hyperbole or anything like that, but I've seen more cars without windshields today than cars that do.
Yeah.
And it's just, you go anywhere north of Chestnut, anywhere north side Springfield, you're going to find either a car that's been impacted by this or a house without power. This, I don't like to throw around the term freak storm often, but as somebody who's been working here for, 4+ years and I've gone after several of these, I'm still kind of taken aback by what I've been able to witness and just how many people have been affected.
Another thing that I thought was kind of unusual too is, and you can get hail in the morning, but to have hail of this magnitude with a morning thunderstorm, you don't kind of put the two together. You typically expect that stuff in the afternoon or evening, not in the morning.
No, it was 1:34. We were on eastbound Kearney, and it looked like 8 p.m. at night. And granted, Kearney's got some power outages. It looked like a ghost town right now. So I'm gonna pop out, but everybody be safe, everybody be careful. You guys are doing a good job, keeping everybody informed. But appreciate you guys keeping everybody in the loop.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for making that drive and dealing with the weather for us.
The
so you
storm
could tell us
tracker's
what was
fine,
going
right?
on.
The storm tracker.
It's insured, Matt.
The real question.
Sure.
Hey, Parker, did Eric said he brought a cooler back with hail?
He says he did.
Oh, if we can show that off.
Yeah, if you could bring that in,
I'll find him and see if he's got
let's get it.
Yeah, let's try to show that off.
You got that cooler?
Oh, what do you
Yes,
know? Right
yes.
on time.
Oh, we gotta get this door shut. We gotta get this door shut. You're blocking our camera.
All right. Oh, here, I'll reach in, take some. Oh, my gosh.
That one's from.
Take
Highway
one down,
13.
pass it around. Let's all show them off here. All right, here's some gnarly
Eric,
looking
if you
ones.
can, show it off to that camera right there. That's the.
Well,
Well, that sold them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you kind of see it. It is a little dark.
no,
Here,
no.
here, Tom.
Here, let's take these, and then take Jamie's too. He's got a good
I'll
one.
grab one.
yeah.
These would be.
Oh,
Well, they've melted some. I bet these probably were tennis
these
ball.
are gnarly.
So,
Yeah.
and what's interesting is you do have a variety of shapes on these. I mean, some
Yeah.
are perfectly round, like balls. This one
Right.
is more pancake
Let's take
shaped.
that one.
Here you go,
yeah.
Jamie. Be a professional. Put it in front of the camera. There you go.
This one's
Yeah.
more
Ah, it's
pancake.
melting so quick.
Looks almost like a donut.
That one came from the side of the road on Highway 13.
I'm gonna
Side
pass
of
that
the
back
road.
to you.
Side of the road on Highway 13.
You know,
Road 88.
to Parker's
that.
question about does hail melt? Yes, it does.
Look at
Melt
that.
in your hands, not in your mouth.
Eric, sorry about your car.
Oh, wait, that was your car?
Well, one of them was. I did have damage to one of my cars.
Okay.
Oh, was
Well,
was your car the red one?
No.
No, I saw you send pictures of a red car.
That was just in a parking lot at Kansas and Cardinal.
But your windshield was broken though, right?
Yeah,
Busted out.
in my personal car.
Okay.
Eric, question.
Golly.
You've been here a long. Have you lived in Springfield all your life? Can I ask you how old you are?
I'm in my 50s.
You're in your 50s. Can you remember another sequence of days like this where so much hail of this magnitude was produced? I can't.
He's in a deep thought.
I can think of maybe times when we've had hail like this in a wider area, where I've gone from like maybe Bolivar to Aurora,
Uh-huh.
and then parts of Springfield.
But having a multi-day event like this,
Yeah. This didn't seem quite as widespread because we were yesterday. We got the tennis ball size hail today. Yesterday we only had like maybe pea size.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, so close together.
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
Man.
It's
That's pretty
at
big.
At any rate, it's been a doozy.
Oh
the
man.
last 3 days.
A doozy. Hey, oh, don't get me started on that word.
All I have done is slept and worked, slept and worked, slept and worked, slept and worked. I'm
Thanks,
so
Eric.
excited for to get a quieter pattern. Let's do a check at radar.
Yeah.
Let's do a check at radar. We haven't done that in a little bit of time.
So I will
The worst of it has moved out of Springfield. So we're getting out of Springfield. It's Ozark, it's Rogersville, it's Seymour, it's Fordland, Stratford, Marshfield, Sparta.
El Dorado Springs, Stockton.
Oh, another good hail core up there too.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering, if you're watching from Springfield, are you wondering, are we done for today? The answer is
No.
no. I know we have a lot of people watching the stream from Lebanon. About to get downstream, more thunderstorms for you as well. People are watching from Branson. I'd say you still got Branson's been pretty quiet, and you still have a little bit of time as well as where this biggest thunderstorm is over in Cassville. I want to look on reflectivity, or rather velocity.
I will say that storm down near Cassville kind of has more of a supercellular. I mean, the storms that are producing big
You
hail,
see
they're all
this?
supercells, but it has more of that
That's-
sort of hook look to it.
That's that's hint of rotation.
I was checking the temperatures down in that area though. I mean, I think they're in the like low 60s. Here in Springfield, I think it's in the upper 50s right now.
That's
I think it's 57 if you want to check, but
Let's take a look.
yeah, that's some sign of rotation just to the east of Cassville. I want to look elsewhere, but I mean, you see that, Jamie? It's trying to. And you said it had more supercellular look. Look at these winds about to hit Sparta.
yeah,
Look at these winds. 40, 50,
50 plus.
55, 40 to 50 mile per hour winds in Sparta, moving through eastern Christian County, just south of Highway 60.
Hey, what's the hail with that storm there?
They had lowered the sizes down to I think golf ball
Ping
size.
pong. They're down to ping pong
Ping
now.
pong.
Okay, so you're talking at most 50-mile-an-hour winds with a ping pong ball sized hailstone.
Okay, that's not as bad.
I mean, that's
Okay,
pretty
that's in
significant, right? That's going to cause some damage
Oh,
to,
yeah.
to siding and
Oh no!
maybe
I mean,
some windows on even houses.
I've seen hailstorms that produce only golf ball size, and they
Yeah,
do
compared to
significant amount of damage. Yeah, a lot of dents. Typically, they don't punch out holes in windshields like we've seen with the bigger stones today, but
No.
still can produce a lot of damage.
All right, folks up Morgan County, okay, Gravois Mills, Versailles. That storm also, new warning up there for golf ball sized hail. Mm-hmm. So big storms up north as well.
Okay.
There you go. There's a look at it. So this is north of Osage Beach, Village of Four Seasons. Hey, they're getting one of them today. Laurie, Gravois Mills, Versailles, Barnett. Yeah, they're in the line of fire for that storm right there.
Ashley, yeah, we're not
look around a
completely in
little
the clear in Springfield.
No,
More
no, no.
thunderstorms are expected. So more thunderstorms expected in Springfield. Hopefully not the baseball size that we saw earlier, but I still think we could have some more hail today.
Probably so. And that storm in Cassville, that's going to be going off towards Galena, Reed Spring.
Branson West.
Yeah, Branson West, maybe Highlandville, Busick. Okay, like the state park that's down there. Kind of head in that direction. All right. All right.
And then south of the state line, I mean, it's kind of getting quiet. And,
Yeah.
while maybe that seems like a good thing here in the short term, it may open the window for something more severe later today.
If we have a
across
tornado
northern
today,
Arkansas.
it's going to be along the state line. So
Yeah.
either just
Well-
to the north of it or to the south of it. But I think that's the best opportunity for severe weather along that front, kind of near the state line.
Yeah, I mean, Tom, you can check on GR2, but I'm pretty sure I saw like 57 in Springfield. So these
Yes,
storms,
56.
these storms are they're kind of working over. They are working over the atmosphere, but they're really kind of keeping those surface temperatures fairly cool, and that should limit the tornado potential further north.
Angie saying she got marble-sized hail in Ozark.
All right. So that'd be.
One guy's saying, you should mention for your viewers how hail forms.
Do I need
Bill
to get the
went-
blow dryer out?
Bill went very in-depth, and I appreciate that. I'm reading his response, too. Oh, man, he's going very in-depth. Hail, it starts out as a frozen drop of rain, becoming heavier than air. It starts to fall. Air pressure inside the cloud covers it and pushes it back up. As it gets wetter and freezes bigger, it starts to fall again. Yeah. Bill, a great description of a hail. I would give you an A on that if that was a. Oh my gosh, getting dust everywhere. I give you an A on that. The only thing I would add is you got to keep in mind to get these big hailstorms is there's an updraft. There's kind of the updraft is all the fuel that goes into a thunderstorm. It pushes all the way up. It can go to 40,000, 50,000 feet into the air. What provides all this fuel, the warm, moist air. And how you get hail is you try to have precipitation that falls in that updraft. And as it falls, the winds catch it and they throw it back up. And they catch it and they throw it back up. And this hail gets bigger and bigger and bigger throughout this process until it gets so heavy the updraft can't support it anymore. And it drops that big hailstone below. And I'm getting dust everywhere. And that was from that rag.
Where's the dust coming from?
I got a rag over here, and this thing has not been washed since,
Yeah,
I don't know,
I guess not.
1973. Ugh. But
I found it up in the ceiling, huh?
oh my gosh. I don't even know if people can see that. But the bigger the updraft, the bigger the hail. To have tennis ball size hail, got to have one massive, disgusting thunderstorm.
And there's a couple of things that are helping out. The reason why, these are not just your run-of-the-mill hailstones. When I say run-of-the-mill, like, oh, it's some dime size or quarter size hail. One thing that's helping out is the fact that these updrafts they're rotating. They're stronger than your typical thunderstorm updraft. The other thing is the winds in the atmosphere are causing the thunderstorms to tilt over. So those hailstones aren't falling directly down through that updraft. And that allows that updraft to maintain that intensity. So both of those factors kind of help to boost the hail size to the levels that we've seen here the last several days versus, again, if we had like maybe a pulse thunderstorm in the summertime, you might get some dime or quarter size hail, and that would be about it.
I want to provide an update. Someone letting us know Nixa Utilities are having some power outages as well. They live on Aldersgate Drive and Main Street, saying that they don't have power. So Nixa's another place without power. I've heard someone from Crane earlier today say that they don't have power. Let's get a refresh on the power outage map. I like to look at this at least once an hour, if not even more.
And real quick, that storm down in Berry County, the warnings have been extended now for Kimberling City, Branson, and West Reed Springs for 70-mile-an-hour winds and 2-inch hail.
Okay, we'll go right back to that, but quick look at the power outage. 2,500 people in Lawrence County without power. This is because of that most recent wave of thunderstorms that moved in. Still about 10,000 people in Greene County without power.
Slowly coming down.
My website's saying only 15 people in Christian County without power, but we've had someone reach out and tell us that they don't have power in Nixa. I'm curious if any people are watching from Christian County, if you guys have power or not. I'm wondering, is my website wrong, or is people actually doing still well and able to keep power throughout Christian County? But let's go back to that new severe thunderstorm warning. Don't want to lose sight of that. So new severe thunderstorm warning for Stone County. This is going to be, comes with a considerable damage tag, winds up to 70 miles per hour, lime-size hail, and this is trying to take that supercell shape. I want to look one more time. Okay,
There's weak rotation. You can
Weak
see a weak
rotation,
low-level
but-
rotation, but
That's not tornadic.
and I mean that's a decent distance from the radar. I think we're probably hitting it maybe a few thousand feet off the surface, so we may not see. Like I said, I really think with the kind of the rain-cooled nature of things across southern Missouri, I'm not expecting that to produce a tornado, but you know, sometimes what you expect and what actually happens are two different things. So that's something that we'll
Yeah, especially
keep-
in the weather.
keep an eye on. Yeah,
All right, Jamie, let's just.
I've been wrong before.
Let's do this. Let's just try to. We got a lot of thunderstorms. We'll take you place by place. Let you kind of give your thoughts on it. Let's start with kind of this new severe thunderstorm warning. Stone County, Berry County, hail about 2-inch size, wind 70 miles per hour. This is what we're saying. This one has a supercellular shape, a little bit of rotation. Doesn't look like it's tornadic right now, but this is what will move into Branson, into Forsyth. If anything, I would say maybe just to the north of Branson, Jamie, but I don't know if I could say if you're in Branson, you're going to be resting easy and park your car outside without any concerns.
Yeah, and I think with that storm kind of looking as organized as it does, I would lean toward those bigger hail sizes being realized out of that storm.
Okay, we're going to follow this up. Another thunderstorm. This is the one that just moved through Greene County. Severe thunderstorm warnings through Webster County, Christian County, Douglas County. This one is for golf ball size hail. Winds 60 miles per hour. Considerable damage tag on that as well. Strongest in this area over in Sparta, Fordland, Seymour. It's about to pick up. Highway 14 it's going to be picking up. Highway 60 picking up. Jamie, give me your thoughts on this.
I think you hit everything there, and I think if you live in Ava, could be dealing with another round of hail today with that storm coming in. I think the orientation of that storm, some hail, but also some wind, I would guess too, with that one.
Okay,
making it down to the
let's
surface.
follow this up. Let's go along Highway 60, over to Wright County. So Hartville in the area, about to see some stronger thunderstorms. Kabul, Sargent seeing something. Nothing looks severe for Howe County. Nothing looks severe for Texas County. But you guys are getting some taste of these thunderstorms. I imagine these aren't coming with any nasty hail right now. Let's move back up. Now we're up I-44. Nothing severe at this time. Now we have people watching from Lebanon. You still have more thunderstorms. We're going to go even further north, and we're going to talk about
That's Morgan County, severe
Morgan.
warning storm.
this one is for golf ball sized hail.
Very believable.
Absolutely. Let's go back down. We're having to take this piece by piece. So
And,
now we're
you know,
north
you had-
of I-44.
I was going to say, you have this broader view. Look how messy it looks. Earlier today we had more of these individual thunderstorms. Now we're kind of looking at more of a mass of rain with embedded strong to severe thunderstorms. So we're looking at kind of an overrunning type event with that warm front off to the south. And again, my thoughts are that rain is gonna kind of keep the surface temperatures cooler. These storms are what we call elevated in nature, meaning that they're not fully rooted at the surface. And what's important about that is you can get hail, you can sometimes get wind, but your tornado risk is extremely limited in that kind of environment. And I know a lot of folks are concerned about, hey, are we going to see tornadoes out of these thunderstorms this afternoon? And I think given the environment that's in place, I would not expect that, at least for areas along and north of Highway 60. I think it'll be a different matter near and south of the state line. That's where it looks like things have kind of cleared out. We may find some recovery down there. Temperatures maybe start to climb.
Right.
The front maybe not as hindered now that things have the rain is kind of shut down in northwest Arkansas. We may start seeing that front lift a bit further north, and we may see some increased severe weather concerns later today, starting in northwest Arkansas and then spreading east.
Man, I want to pull up a post here from the Springfield Branson Airport real quick.
Okay.
Just kind of, you're shifting gears here a little bit. But they had the big hailstorm go through earlier today around midday, and they put this on Facebook. And they're assessing the damage. And so they're getting with airlines. They tell flyers to expect impacts to flight schedules for both arriving and departing aircraft through at least this afternoon. So if you're flying today or know someone flying in or dropping somebody off, be aware you may have to check your airline and maybe even check with your insurance if you have a flight insurance or something like that, as there could be some delays from departures, arrivals, and maybe even a few cancellations as Springfield Airport hit with that hailstorm.
That's I hadn't even thought about the airport. So was there any damage reported to planes?
They just say they're assessing with airlines. So in this exact post, they don't
Specifically
mention any, but they tell people, hey, if you're at the airport or parked there, your car might be destroyed. Yeah, in the parking lot.
Positive update. Look at this power outage. It
Take a
was
look.
10,000 in Springfield.
Wow.
3,860. So we're down 6,000 people.
Yeah.
So that is a massive improvement. Still, the area without power looks to be. Oh no, the place that I live.
Yeah.
Oh no, I may not have power at home. I may be staying working extra later tonight. But
I think
Watermill Road.
I feel like that area looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I think
Well,
you're going to be okay.
let's not give the exact location of where I live, but
He lives at A26.
Whoa! He lives on the 7th floor, the 3rd bedroom apartment. Just go down and.
He appreciates unexpected visitors.
That's right.
If you're upset about the weather coverage tonight, this is where you can find Matt Hefner sleeping tonight. This exact location in Springfield, Missouri. Maybe not do that, but yeah, I'm right around that area that's losing power. But only about 4,000 people without power.
That's a dramatic change in an hour. An hour ago, we were still up there near 10,000. So that's a huge shift.
Another problem we need to keep an eye out on. Obviously, the problem is the large hail. The problem is also, are any of these storms going to become tornadic? The problem is we're going to have more thunderstorms moving in, but look at the flooding.
Yeah, look at the water.
The water just in the downtown pond.
See anybody fishing in there?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of curious. If anyone wants to go swim in the fountain, we will get you on TV. We'll get you on CTV. We'll get you on
You're gonna get us in
Facebook.
trouble with the city.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Don't put bubbles in.
Get the
Don't
cops
put. No, we'll
involved,
get in
too.
trouble if there's bubbles in there. But there's people that swim in it all the time. People dip the feet in on a hot summer's day. I'm just trying to boost tourism to Springfield. I don't know what you guys are upset about. Another wave of thunderstorms about to move into Springfield. This one looks sub-severe, thankfully.
Let's see. We've got a. They just issued a tornado warning in Independence and Stone counties, Arkansas.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's jump in. That's that
So-
storm that was going through like.
I'm gonna take your
Marshall.
feed,
It
Tom.
went through
Yes.
Marshall.
And that's mainly Independence. And so,
Yeah.
Stone County would be there on the far end. So this would be, like that's the Stone
You
County
mentioned
line.
Cave City. Yeah, there's Cave
Yeah.
City.
And so here's Cave City. That's the Sharp County line. And there's the Izard County line. So the storm is really going into Independence County. Batesville, Sulphur Rock, Southside, Newark in Arkansas. That's where you're going to have that tornado warning now issued down south.
And
all
that's a
right?
lot closer to that front that we're watching very, very closely that's down in northern Arkansas.
Yeah, it is. And, the velocity's a little messy. We're pretty far. This is the Springfield radar. Let me check the,
Little Rock.
or what is that, the Memphis radar? Let's
Yeah.
try Little Rock. All right. That's a little more front. Yeah, it's still pretty, you're still a couple thousand feet up, obviously. 5,000 or 6,000 feet.
That's out of Little Rock right there.
This is Little Rock.
Yeah, that one, the outbound velocities look pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Um,
And so that tornado warning continues. You can see the cup length that we always talk about right there.
have we,
moving this
do
way.
we want to look at like SPC? I mean, if there's been any updates, any mesos issued for maybe Northwest Arkansas to see
Yeah,
their
let me
thoughts
check.
on that
Yeah.
environment down there and how that's maybe changing now that the rain is cleared out of that area.
Yeah, Matt, you'll have to change my screen.
yeah.
There you go. Perfect.
Quick question: have any of us done the afternoon radio?
No.
Okay, I'll step out and do that. We
Ask
have
the
to-
next question. Has anybody done a forecast for this evening? No.
No. I'll go film the radio hits. I think those have to be posted in.
Well, what I
11
may
minutes.
do is I may, if I can, let you guys do your thing, and then I can get radio done, and I can get a forecast because here's the thing, folks. With or without severe weather, with or without us having to do some coverage on television, if we dump out in a newscast, they're going to go, "Hey, Jamie, you're up."
All right, tell
We-
everyone
we-
exactly
we-
what's going to happen
we need
next
to-
Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
We need the
get the
forecast.
forecast accurate. 10 years most accurate. What's happening
Yeah.
next Tuesday? And you're like, guys, I've just been focusing on today.
Yeah. So with that, maybe I can let you guys. Tom, you got some time?
Yeah, I got a little time.
Okay.
I knew you could do a
there
forecast.
was a drop there. I got
Yeah,
a little bit
I
of time.
guess, Yeah. I mean, you can do that in what, 10 minutes? You think?
10 minutes,
Yeah.
That's just go outside and look at the sky, Jamie.
Yeah. What are you talking
Everything
about?
you need to know is right there.
Just wet your finger
Aren't
and
you
stick
telling
it
people
out.
that it's raining outside?
Lindsay's asking, does anyone know if there's going to be normal weather broadcast going on? Look, the one we see.
All right, here. Let's go back to the radar.
Lindsay, we're kind of doing this right now because we're not going to break into whatever programming is going on unless there's a tornado. So this is why we do this right now. We want to give you guys some type of weather information when there's massive hail, when people are without power, when more thunderstorms are coming. But we can't really break into TV because the amount of phone calls we'll get if we break in and we interrupt Judge Judy or the Wheel of Fortune. Oh no, the world's going to be
Man,
ending.
have you seen the emails we've gotten from people on that?
Oh my!
Holy cow!
It's
One person told us it was the stupidest, dumbest, idiotic thing we've ever done.
yeah. Hey, we got a tornado. We're going to tell people there's a tornado. Why would you do that? That's our job.
Yeah, what do you think you're doing? I don't know, crazy stuff. All right. SPC looks about the same. The warm front is still kind of situated about right. Oh, something like that. It moved up a little farther north. Maybe not quite that far north. Let me redraw that. It's something like that. So it's not. It is moving up. Remember that storm is. There's your storm that has a tornado warning on it. That'd be right near that warm
Right on
front
that
is.
front,
Yeah,
yeah.
pretty close to it. All right, jumping back into radar. We'll just take a little overarching view. All right. Okay, a couple storms there. El Dorado Springs coming out of Vernon County into St. Clair County. Let's see. This one is with 60-mile-an-hour winds and golf ball-sized hail. And this one is upstream. That looks like a hail core right there. Man, that's just outside El Dorado Springs, going towards Roscoe and El Dorado. Considerable threat. This one is also golf ball-sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. All right. Wrong way. Let's see here. This is wind. All right. Douglas County coming out of Christian County into Webster and Wright counties eventually.
Tom, look at the thunderstorm over in Stone County. I think this is the one we need to
Ball.
be paying some attention to. The National Weather Service said they're keeping their eye out for this because it's
I
seeing
would too.
some type of rotation. If you flip that over to velocity, they're not fully sold on
And they
the
just issued
rotation being
downstream.
tight enough for it to be tornado warned, but this is the area that is taking on that supercellular look, and it's also showing signs that may be trying to form something here. So that is just to the west of Branson West, just to the west of Kimberling City.
Right.
This looks to be like the largest thunderstorm that we have currently. There's a lot of thunderstorms. I think you were trying to show all the thunderstorms, but this one looks to be the largest currently.
Well, definitely with the spinning rotation in there. And like we're talking about, we're not jumping up and down. We're just kind of leaning forward in our seats a little bit as meteorologists on this one. We're not going on. We're not breaking in. We're just kind of keeping eyes on it. And right there. So you kind of see, it almost looks like, I'm kind of confused. This is that there's not much spin there in that line, but it did look like earlier. It may have been right there. Let's loop it. Watch that spot. Colors kind of fade. Yeah. Turn on reflectivity again. Yeah, it's got that look, right? We always look for the hook
yeah.
right there. Okay. Doesn't have any other classic. It's a supercell, right? So we do know that. It's got the mouth on it, breathing outside Kimberling City. The conveyor belt of moisture and all the storm fuel just flowing right up from Kimberling City right into that little pivot, the hook zone. That's where it's getting all the fuel from. And it's north of the boundary. And so we're watching it. Keeping eyes on it. That's Berry County.
I know we've had people watching from Branson. They've been wondering, hey, when's my thunderstorm coming? It's coming. That's the one that we're watching right now. And, of course, it's been quiet for a lot of people in Branson, but the one with that hooking supercell, that is the one that's about to move on top of you. If anything, looks like that hail core is going to slide just north of Branson, but I'm not at the point where I can say rest easy.
Exactly. I look at that right there, right? I mean, everything coming out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, that's going to come right up. You can circle blue there, just right up into southwest Missouri. That's going to keep coming. So when we say you're not done yet, you're not done yet.
I do want to remind people, if there is some big hailstorms, obviously you want to get inside. Obviously you want to get away, get something over your head. But if you are outside trapped in a hailstorm, best thing to do, cover your head and neck. Cover your head and neck. You don't want that hail smashing you. baseball size hail bonking you upside the head. That's a good way to have the lights start seeing Tweety Bird and the lights going out on you. So in the event that you are trapped outside in this, make sure to cover your head and neck. More thunderstorms expected. I'm tired of all this active weather. Yeah, we got some questions in chat about Branson.
Let's hear him.
Let's see. Yeah, Lindsay saying, thank you, I'm in Branson. I'm seeing a storm headed towards us. Yep, that's the storm that we're talking about. And let me flip this back over to radar. This one. Here's that storm. Lindsay, you're asking about Branson. It's over in Galena right now. It's in Stone County, about to get on top of Table Rock. This is taking that hook shape. So there's nothing right now that's screaming, oh my gosh, that's a tornado, but it's getting larger. If there's anything right now, if there's anything in the Ozarks I'm most concerned about, it's this supercell that's about to move into Branson. And we got one more scan. I want to look at that latest scan, look at the velocity on it. And I don't...
Kind of washed out.
Yeah, it's trying to. I think that's the way to describe it. It's trying to hook. It's trying to develop, but I don't think it's at the point right now where we need to have tornado warnings. It's not the point right now that I need to say, get into the basement, but it's definitely at the point where I say, make sure you stay aware. Seymour is another area that it's really starting to pick up. Ava, I know we have some people watching from Ava. Ava is another area that kind of another thunderstorm is going to move in. The one that's moving in through Ava does not look tornadic. It just looks like a lot of rain, fast winds, thunder, and hail. Maybe National Weather Service says golf ball size, but I'll go quarters. It's probably going to be more consistent on that.
GR2 is actually on that one. The hail on GR2 is actually shrunk down to, golly, nickels and dimes.
Okay, let me pull up. Do you have GR2 pulled up?
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
The preview was showing me that you had your email pulled up. I'm like, oh no.
Oh, I did. I was looking for pictures. You know, there you go. Hail size. Bottom left box is where you see the hail sizes there. So nickels and dimes is what our radar product here is picking up on. A little bit of wind, though, coming into Ava. Probably 50, 60. Probably 50 or 60 coming in there. And if we jump back here, that'd be this cell here. So right there. 50 to 60 mile an hour winds, a lot of lightning. All right, so if you're doing any outdoor work, hear thunder, go indoors, right? And a little bit of hail. The hail sizes, based on radar, they have come down. If you live in, let's see, if you're west of Ava, if you're in Arno, Good Hope, Roy, Merritt, Ongo, Depew, Dogwood, Tigris, maybe folks there, or even Sparta. Let's see what kind of hail sizes you had. It looks like it has weekend sun, though, so Ava may not be in the golf ball hail, but maybe a quarter-sized to $half large is still mixed in there. All right, real quick check down here, back to our friends down in now Stone County from Branson West, Reed Spring, Kimberling City. Let's see, are there any MoDOT cameras down here? Matt, we're down by Table Rock Lake.
We can pull up our Table Rock Lake camera that has been frozen. This just breaks my heart.
I know.
They installed a beautiful camera at the Table Rock Lake, and they're like, guys, we're going to get you a camera. We're going to get it sponsored. We're going to have it out on the lake. You're going to be able to see all the wonderful things for the spring and summertime. The camera's frozen, and it's frozen pointing down at the water. So we're like, we're meteorologists. We want to see the sky, and it doesn't move. So here's our shot at Table Rock. Not currently raining, I can tell you that. I guess the skies are getting dark. I don't know more than that, but that's the only shot we have in Branson right now.
Let's see,
Let's look at our other cameras, because we do have more. Downstream, this one's this would be near Joplin.
Yeah, looking north there, now looking west.
Thunderstorm north of Joplin, so let me turn it towards that way. It's looking quiet there, but still dark clouds overhead. Temperature is getting colder. Let's pull up the Ozark camera.
Take a look. Oh, check that out. That's a storm coming up from the west there,
Yeah.
or southwest.
In my initial thoughts, I'm looking, nothing like a mesocyclone. There's nothing like a wall cloud. Obviously, no funnel clouds. This is just a rainy, thundery, and some big hail today. We still have some more thunderstorms that we have to push through. Clouds
So
all
that's
over the place.
That's the back of the storm going over towards Ava. That would be, because that's looking east.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that road goes east there.
Dan's asking, I need a good weather app. Which one do you all suggest? We have a weather app, the Ozarks First Weather app. Also, I will give a shout out to this. This is Radar Omega. It costs $10. So if you want it, not a lot of people want to shell out $10, but
true.
you can get the direct products from the National Weather Service. This is the direct radar product. I would describe this as sometimes people are like, hey, I want to use the weather app that you use. And I'm like, I don't know if you do, because it's like going to your doctor and you're saying, hey, I want to use what you use. And it's like, you probably don't. You want something that's going to dumb it down. Doctors don't use WebMD, but WebMD works great for the general public.
Yeah, exactly right.
So this is kind of like what we like to use is Radar Omega, because we look directly at the radar product and we start forecasting from what we see with the radar. I know most people won't be able to look at a radar and instantly be like, oh, yeah, this is what's
Sure.
going on.
Well, and the thing is, too, like you go with our weather app, we're going to give you the actual forecast.
Yes.
So if you're looking for forecast information, like, hey, what temperature is it? What's it going to be like tomorrow? Radar Omega, Radar Scope is the other one. They do not give you that, really. They'll just give you a good radar.
They'll give you a radar and they say, how about you do the rest, buddy? How about you figure out
Exactly.
what the weather is going to be like tomorrow? And I kind of like that as a meteorologist, but most people will be like, why don't you? I just want to know if it's going to be sunny tomorrow, if it's going to rain. I do want to mention an Ava fast wind starting to pick up. Let's get the scope on this.
Where's my computer? Let's see here.
About 40, maybe 50 mile per hour winds moving west of Highway 5, getting towards Red Bank and Ava. That's where that area of fast winds are. Table Rock, this is looking good. We were looking at it earlier and we're saying, hey, this may be trying to produce something tornadic. In the latest scans, I'm not seeing anything like that. This is just one big supercell that's going to dump a lot of hail. The core of that's about to move just north of Branson West, so kind of more by Reed Spring. $50 size hail. That's what the National Weather Service has the warning out for that. More rain in Springfield, but none of that looks severe, thankfully. And I'm hoping we can start to wrap up most of the severe weather threats. But
Well-
right now, Douglas County, Stone, and Taney County is the most intense places.
I was going to say there's only three severe storms out there, right? You got one in St. Clair County for hail going towards Osceola. You got one down in Ava, and that one's a weakening trend. Wind and maybe nickels and dimes based on radar. And then the one down in Stone County going towards Taney County. I mean, those are the three storms. The one down in Arkansas, by the way, there we go. Still got that tornado warning. Batesville, Independence County. That's going towards Tuckerman and Jonesboro. We're going to let them take over for that. So all the action, northern Arkansas, you're mostly clear now. But looking at Missouri, it's like, man, storm here, storm there, storm up there. The severe storm, that is. Outside of that, maybe just general stuff, right? Some small hail occasionally, lightning, little gusty winds, and heavy rain. Unless you're in one of these yellow storm boxes. And again, like Matt's been saying, this one here is probably the most, it's got our eye the most right now. Merriam Woods, Forsyth, and the Branson, that little knob there.
And Tom, to use your analogy, you said, hey, 5-10 minutes ago, we're leaning forward in our seats. I'm leaning
Yeah.
back. I'm not as concerned about that. So
That's right.
It looked like we're like, oh, this one may try to produce a tornado, and now it's like, no, it's just a bad thunderstorm. And so I think that's what that's going to move through really Taney County. It looks like the northern portion of Taney County. So if you live in Hollister, it's not going to be as bad for you. If you live in Forsyth, if you live Saddlebrook, I'd say Saddlebrook's a good area where most of this kind of hail core is going to start to move in. So north of Branson, really Saddlebrook, that's a good area that's going to pick up more activity than Branson itself. Another severe thunderstorm warning issued into Douglas County as well. So that's just a continuation of the one that we already have. They're just pushing it further down the line. That one is going to be ping pong ball sized hail. No tornado possible tag. So nothing that we're seeing or the National Weather Service is seeing that's indicating a tornado about to come. I do want to kind of show off. Let's see if we can get. I wonder if Jamie's messing with the computer in the weather lab. Yeah, I'm going to take it from him. He's not going to like that.
What on Max 2? Is Max 2 open?
No, I've took Max 2 from him. I'm going to make him use Max 1, and he's going to get all grumpy. Like,
Oh, he
what?"
likes Max 2?
Yeah, he likes forecasting off the second computer
I
for some
like
reason.
Max 1. Okay.
So he likes using both of them. He likes using one and then using the other. But anyway, here's the radar. We're going to put on the severe thunderstorm warnings. Notice the yellow polygons that are for pretty much everywhere in Missouri and into northern Arkansas. This is a severe thunderstorm watch. If you're watching this right now, you're under a severe thunderstorm watch. The tornado area, the best place for a tornado, not for us. Look at this. We're zooming out. That is around the Red River in Texas and Oklahoma, central Arkansas, parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee. The Missouri Boot Hill is under a tornado watch, but for us, it looks like we're going to dodge the worst of this. And is that a confirmed tornado? And no.
No, I think it's just a
That's
new warning.
Okay. 3 tornado warnings, 2 tornado warnings, 2 tornado warnings in Texas. So this is where that active environment is. The worst weather today is
up and
sliding
yeah.
to the south. We should be able to dodge this. I'm going to pull up the SPC Outlook. I think, Tom, you made this graphic earlier today. Yep.
Yeah.
So still holds. What to expect? Storm chances now through 6 p.m. Scattered storms, wind and hail risk, low tornado. And if there had to be a place where a tornado occurred today, it would be into northern Arkansas, maybe along the state line. Once again, we're not seeing anything that looks tornadic at this moment. So nothing's jumping out where we're screaming, hey, get ready, tornado's about to form. But it's just big hail and thunderstorms right now. So I'm hoping we can get this pushed out for today, and then we can get a nice break.
I think so.
Tom, when you're forecasting today, did it look like rain possible for the end of this week? Or
No, maybe some sprinkles
Okay.
Thursday, but it'll be cloudy, cooler, 60s, Thursday, Friday. But sprinkles at best, and that's it. I think we're keeping things dry. The weekend, man, if you liked this past weekend, which is actually pretty good, aside from Sunday late,
here we go.
Saturday, Sunday was nice. We're going to like that again. This weekend looks just as nice.
There we go.
Yeah, they're good 3 days ahead, right after we get these storms out of here today. I mean, Wednesdays, 60s, sunshine for the most part, and then cloud returns Thursday, Friday, but overall, pretty calm weather.
That's good. You got
Smooth sailing.
the Route 66 Festival. You got the temperature at 66 degrees for the Route 66 Festival.
Yeah, I
starting
didn't
on
even
Thursday.
think about that. Man, check
Sure,
that out.
Sure, Tom, sure.
No, it didn't influence my forecast at all.
Another severe thunderstorm warning issued for Miller and Morgan County.
All right, that one's up north.
I want to get another good positive update. We love positive updates. In Springfield, 2,122 people without power. So Jamie was talking earlier. He was one of those people that didn't have power. There's about 5,000 people last night that didn't have power in Springfield. He said they were chopping up trees at 2 a.m., working pretty much around the clock. They've been on this. This was about 10,000 people without power. Now we're down to 2,000, and this is on the anniversary. I should say tomorrow's the anniversary of April 29th, where 50,000 people in Springfield lost power. You may remember that event. Just remember back to Lost Spring. If you lost power, that was probably that day that it occurred on. So we were at 10,000. Now we're down to 2,000. That's starting to decrease and improving as well. Dan saying, my garden, loving the water, hating the hail. Lost several plants yesterday in the basement. Softball-sized hail for Dan.
Ooh, where's Dan at?
I don't know.
Where
I'm
is
going to
Dan?
assume Dan is in Springfield, unless he tells me differently.
All right.
I'm assuming Springfield, unless you tell me differently, Dan. Winds are starting to pick up in Ava as well. Oh no, Jamie's fighting me. He's getting back on the Max 2 computer. I don't want to fight this war with him.
I'll just take Max 1. Just got to give up. All right. Yeah, what else is going on out there? We've got
Here, I'll take your feed.
a couple storms out there. Yeah, we're looking at the one down in Douglas County. That storm, the new warning for here, the folks here in Ava, back towards, was a good day, good hope. Arno, and then Brushy Knob, Cold Spring, Veracruz, Sweden. Man, don't have to go overseas for that. You got a little storm warning coming your way, and it's hail and wind, heavy rain and lightning in Ava right now. As far as I know, there's no cameras that we would have access to in Ava. It's kind of the bigger town in Douglas County, but as far as I know, there's nothing there, so camera-wise. But that storm's rumbling and tumbling. The warning is for quarter to ping-pong ball-sized hail, so inch and a half, somewhere in there, and winds of 50 to 60 miles an hour. This storm down here getting into Taney County, all right, exiting Stone County into Taney County. This downstream warning, let's take a look at it. 60-mile-an-hour winds and 1-inch hail. All right. So that's kind of a low-end threshold for severe storms. That's going to clip Highlandville, already did. Stay south of Sparta. And then one more severe storm up north. This was St. Clair County, just went through Osceola. All right, going off towards the Roe Bartle Scout Reservation. Okay, this is in Gerster, Vista, Osceola, going towards Truman Lake and Benton County. That storm there, I believe, considerable threat, golf ball-sized hail still, and winds of 60 miles an hour gusting. Coming out of St. Clair County, going into southern Benton County. And then one more up here, I guess. We should probably talk about our folks in Morgan and a little bit of Miller County there from Barnett to Eldon, going towards Olean. Tiny storm, but probably packs a punch. Ping pong ball sized hail, a little bit of wind up there as well. South of Versailles. All right.
Let's show off some more hail pictures.
Let's do it. I'm sure there's tons of them.
We're on our website, ozarksfirst.com. If you want your picture showed off, we're going to be showing off some of these on TV tonight. We're showing them off now on this live stream. These were some of the pictures that were submitted with this round of storms, and some of them have just been absolutely massive. I've heard someone say about 4.25-inch size hail, maybe even 5-inch size hailstone.
had
That's
that-
the largest that I've heard
That
of.
one 5-inch. Yeah, someone was saying 5 inches.
This one,
That's a big hailstone.
that one, not quite 5, but the largest one is massive down there.
I mean, that's softball. If it's 4.5, that's softball size.
Look at this one that was sent in from Springfield. A couple of them, even the kids got involved. The kids were able to get their own hailstones. I love that. Got a gum pack size of hail in Marionville.
There you go. I think, what is it, 3 inches?
I couldn't tell you what a stick of
Just
gum
a
is
guess.
nowadays. You got shrinkflation. I'm not on top of it. Another big hailstone. This was sent by Jamie Spann in Springfield. Good size on those as well. We showed this one off earlier, that strike that went off in Republic. Jason, Kansas Expressway. Whew. I mean, that is what's been causing this.
Yeah.
You know, let me pull up this
Golly.
damage. This was Claire. Poor Claire. She works in our production room, and she was working at the Humane Society, and her car just got absolutely smacked, and now she's having to come into work afterwards too. And that's her front of the car, and this is the back of her car. Not a good day for Claire. It really looks like areas west of Springfield was the worst. Dan said he's going to send some pictures in. I appreciate that. If you guys want to send in pictures, news at Ozarks First.
That's it.
Email news at Ozarks First. Get those pictures submitted in. We'll get them off, try to show them off on air. Here's another big one. This one's sent by Monica in Aurora.
Golly. Look how gnarly.
Spiky.
I know. These things just look kind of mean and ugly coming out of these storms. Get those big hailstones. They're not round usually. They
No.
get kind of spiky. As they fall, they start to melt, and they get all these little protrusions to go on them, and ugh, man, oh man.
Let's see some other good ones. Ooh, look at this car. Couple
Yikes.
cars. More damage cars. Eric sent this one in. This was on Kansas and Kearney. Sam sent this in. Sam works in the morning for us.
Okay, yeah, our PA works
in
on
the
the
morning.
cameras and up a little bit up in PCR.
And then Eric sent this one in as well. Another car on Kansas and Kearney. It really looks like North Springfield was the area that got hit the hardest.
Oh, big time. Oh, look at there's
Look,
that.
I love this sticker. Don't let the hard days win. Well, you. All right. Jennifer Payton sent this one in Springfield.
Let's take a
Good
look
reminder on that sticker.
Yeah, no kidding. There's that cloud again. Check that. Look at that.
This one.
Yeah, that one. But look, there's several of them out there. That's just cool. That was a strong storm. That was a storm that left all the big hail in Springfield.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see that shape too much. Here's another
No,
one.
that's a good one. Looks almost like a.
Jennifer sent this in. Jennifer Bailey in Springfield sent this picture, and you can see that mesocyclone really that. This is what's drawing my eye. I can color it in. Look at this base,
Yeah.
and then it goes shoom. Look at that shape on that cloud. Let me
That's exactly right.
going back and then straight in. That's where the air is. Pretty cool shape on that guy. Other hail pictures. Whew. I mean, just what a rough day.
Matt, I do want to say you can keep those pictures up, but just real quick, a little comment. There is some flooding being reported now in the Galloway neighborhood.
Okay.
Pretty common culprit for flooding down there. Southeast, Springfield, Sequoia, Galloway. And also a little bit of flooding being reported in the Battlefield area.
Okay. Curious if the National Weather Service is going to issue any flood advisories, flood watches.
Well, they have done flood warnings. I guess they're not turned on here. This is all Jamie's settings still.
Okay.
And, flood warnings, we try to keep those off against. They get a little messy. They can. But I can turn this back on. I believe it's in here, right?
I do want to focus
I'll figure
back
it out.
in Ava,
Yeah, go ahead.
because that's where things are really starting to pick back up. You can see this increase in velocity. Hail starting to ramp back up in Ava. I'm curious what the winds are. Oh, man, this is probably, 50-mile-per-hour winds? About 45, 50-mile-per-hour winds
Yeah.
just to the east of Ava along Highway 14, east of Highway 5. So that's the next area of concern of very fast winds moving through Douglas County. And that's coming up with some more hail.
Okay, so there's a flood advisory for Greene County.
Okay.
Pretty much all of Greene County until 7:30 this evening. Yeah, I'm just looking at northern Arkansas though. If you go back, the stuff in Tulsa there, that's not done yet. We still got that next round of storms coming up out of northeast Oklahoma. So we said this thing would go till 6 or 7 p.m. And we're still 3-4 hours away from that.
Yeah, it does look like, I think the worst of it was what we got, especially in Springfield.
Yes.
The worst of it was what we had earlier today. I'm not expecting anything that's going to drop even more larger hail, drop a softball-sized hail in Springfield. So that's the positive part. I also want to take another look because we are getting those tornadoes that are over in Texas too.
Yes. A little bit in Oklahoma. And that's kind of what we're talking about. That's where the risk will be highest today for any kind of tornadic activity.
In Oklahoma and, yes, parts of Arkansas.
Right.
Felicia wanted a Springfield update. It looks like, we kind of said this earlier, the worst in Springfield has passed. We're still going to get more thunderstorms. We're going to get rain that starts to pick back up in even just 5-10 minutes from now as rain's over in Ash Grove and Mountain Vernon. So more rain and thunderstorms in Springfield expected to move back in. It's not going to be as strong as what you saw earlier. So if you're someone that has seen that hail damage, you saw that powerful thunderstorm that happened right around noon, it's not going to be as bad as that, but it's going to be more consistent, a little bit more rain, more thunderstorms that we have to get through. And I think our opportunity to see a tornado in Springfield is really starting to ramp up. Temperatures are getting so much cooler. The fuel to fuel a tornado really isn't existing there in Springfield as much. We still have possibilities in northern Arkansas. We still have possibilities in, I would say, Howell County, Oregon County, the places that saw it last night. Amy's saying hail north of Ava. Yeah, I believe it. I imagine if you're watching from Ava, it really picked up a while ago and things are starting to taper off a bit for you. But
Hey, take a look at that hail core again on there.
do you have that on GR2? 'Cause-
Yeah, I got it here. Let's blow it up. Because now that they've come up quite a bit. So earlier on, that storm was for maybe nickels and dimes at weekend, and then it picked up again. Let's see if Ava got some of that. Oops, bottom left. Looking at the bottom left box. Yeah, Ava may have seen some larger hail again out of this. GR2 indicating now over 2 inches of hail, 2-inch hail, which would be, let's see here. That'd be egg size is 2 inches. Tennis ball is 2.5. So you're thinking eggs to tennis balls, somewhere in there. Yeah. So big hail, big hail. And there it is now. And that storm line going through the rest of Douglas County. Douglas County, as far as I know, is fairly sparse in population. Once you get east of Ava, and there's people that live out here, obviously, don't get me wrong, but the risk of widespread damage shrinks in terms of property. But Brushy Knob, Cold Spring, Cheney, Veracruz, Sweden, Gentryville, Buckhart, Drury, Van Zant, that's a town, Pryor, Topaz Ann, Richville, you're on the line of fire for some of that larger hail, if that hail core continues as strong as it is, working its way east.
Yeah, and that's the strongest right now. Out of everything I'm seeing in the Ozarks, it's Douglas County that's getting it the worst. Wright County's another area that it's pretty good hail. I don't think it's as strong as Ava, but south of Hartville, that's another area that hail's picking up as well. So
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
consistent on the hail. Another positive number. We are now under 2,000 people in Springfield without power, so that's progressing the right
right.
way. There's been some down power lines as well, so I want to try to pull up Ozark traffic and see if I can find if there's any still. We have any more power lines still down. So, obviously, if there's a down power line, don't drive over it. Leslie's asking, is Springfield or Greene County getting hail again? You could, but I don't think it's going to be monstrous. So I'm not seeing anything that indicates a large hail. Maybe pea to marble size hail with this next kind of wave that's going to move in. But with what I'm seeing right now, nothing like what happened at noon, nothing like what happened even just an hour ago, but still a chance that pea to marble size hail, and that's going to be pretty much nothing compared to what we experienced earlier today.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no kidding. Matt, wait, don't take me yet. I was just looking. I got a video of a pretty big hail. This comes from a storm spotter in the area.
Okay.
Just down, Billy Dalton. We've met him several times. He loves Ozarks First. He comes out at all the events that we've got for ourselves
Yeah.
and so forth. This was earlier, that first round. Speaking of the big hail, just a quick reminder of how big that hail really was for parts of Springfield. So Billy Dalton, he's with the Regional Skywarn in Springfield. All right, so there you go. Yeah, it's just crazy to me how much that just bounces and splatters and pummels everything around it. This is a big hailstorm. And these are tennis balls to baseballs coming down. This was, again, the south and the west sides of Springfield from that first round. Here we go. One more time. Pretty good looking video.
Yeah.
I mean, that just kind of, we've seen so much like this. And so if you're thinking, oh man, Tom and Matt, they're talking about hail again. Like we said, we don't know if it's going to be like that again in Springfield. We're waiting for this stuff here in Oklahoma to come back. But
Well, we had Parker that came in
Yeah.
earlier, and he was driving the storm tracker out when this hail event was happening.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, he's from Ozark, so he's been here his whole life, and he's worked the last 4 years covering these storms with us. And he said, I've never seen anything like this.
That's
He came back, he had eyes wide open, and he goes, I probably saw more cars when he was on the north side of Springfield. He said, I saw more cars with damages to their windshields than without, where it was just consistently, I know a big area. A lot of people are saying the zoo was an area where the cars that were parked there were just absolutely dented and damaged and shattered. We also brought in Eric Reedus, who's been our photographer here, who's been living in Springfield his whole life. He's in his
50 years.
50 years.
Yeah.
And we asked him, have you ever seen anything like this with just consistent hailstorms, one after another? And he gave it a good thought for 10, 15 seconds, and he said, I can't think of a time that it's been worse. So if you would have told me today, if you would have told me, let's say Saturday, when I was forecasting and I saw that there was going to be a tornado chance for Sunday, a tornado chance for Monday, a tornado chance for Tuesday, and you said, hey, Matt, how about I promise you there's going to be no tornadoes, just hail? I'd be like, yeah, I'll take that trade. But then I think the hail has been even more impactful than, a spin-up tornado.
Well, just so much of
it's
it,
so
right?
widespread.
Yes.
And the damage from it is just ridiculous.
Well, it kind of makes you wonder too, right? Because there's a lot of roofs that are broken, a lot of car damage. This will be a multi-million-dollar hailstorm that came through Springfield. If you put it all together, across our entire viewing area, all the hail damage reports over the past 3 days, who knows how many millions and millions of dollars this will cost in totality, all said and done.
Oh, no. Sammy. I want to give Sammy Collins credit because she has informed me of this.
Oh.
Update from the Dickerson Park Zoo.
Oh.
We said earlier, this was an area that was very heavily impacted and damaged. The zoo sustained significant damage from the hailstorm on Tuesday. No guests or staff were injured. Zoo staff is sad to report the death of one animal, a 21-year-old female emu.
Oh,
A
man.
male, is under veterinary care at this time. All other animals are safe. So the staff is saying, hey, we're fine. People are fine. But an emu, unfortunately, passed away because of this, and looks like another animal that they have is under care at this time. So zoo's closed today, zoo's closed tomorrow. But
Wow.
Sammy, I want to give you credit for that. Sammy Collins let me know an emu has died according to the zoo.
Wow.
And
that's
another one that is in care.
That's breaking news. That just kind of puts a new perspective, right? I mean, we've got livestock, cattle with baseball-sized hail. They'll get injured, die. I can't speak to that. But sheep, goats, chickens, any of the smaller animals, yeah, there could be some livestock loss out of this.
I'm going to put that in our story suggestions in case.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get a reporter. You know, we can have some
that's-
coverage on this emu. You know,
Yeah, that's certainly
remember
a big
the emu
thing.
how it should be remembered.
That's certainly a big thing, right? You don't really. That's kind of a secondary thing because we're all scrambling around ourselves trying to think about our cars or, oh my gosh, are my friends out driving? Where's my family at? We need to get inside the house now. We just kind of secondary think about, oh wait, there's all these animals outside too, and they can't go inside a house usually. Now the zoo they've taken care of it. It sounds like for most of them. I'm sure more details to come on the emu situation.
Actually, we may have that already. Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah, more
You know
info.
what? Shame on me. Ozarks first. 10 minutes ago. Hailstorm leaves Dickerson Park Zoo closed. Emu dead in Springfield. Shame on me. We already had this on our website. Already on our website. Already had this up. Already has 200 likes on Facebook. I am
Oh man.
incredibly late to the party. I am so late to the party. Sammy, thanks for letting me know about this. But yeah, that is the area that was hit the hardest. I want to go back to the video near that area. So
Yeah.
this
Let's show it.
is roughly the Planet Fitness. So there's a Jimmy John's over there. There's a Walmart. There's a Brahms. There's a McAllister's. There's a Hobby Lobby. This is near the Planet Fitness, near the zoo. Look at this car just getting absolutely shattered. If you can look in the kind of the open parking space in between, that red piece looks like part of their mirror that came off. Just so consistent and boom, boom. I mean,
And those hailstones are huge.
gigantic.
It's mesmerizing. It's almost like captivating just to watch and see just these massive hailstones just beating down on the parking lot, the cars, the buildings. I mean, everything. It just puts in perspective like man, this is obviously
Windshield
a
damage on the
huge
truck.
deal.
Look at that. He just goes and picks up that. But all of these cars, I mean, everyone
Look
I'm
at
seeing
that.
has windshield damage. That truck had windshield damage. This Mercedes has windshield damage. Tell you what, it's going to be expensive to repair a dent on a Mercedes.
Yeah.
Um,
Total loss.
Oh, Miranda making a very good point. Worried about crop loss.
Oh, that
Yes.
too. Yeah, wheat's in the ground right now. I mean, yeah, and I think it's actually started to head out a little bit on the wheat. And so, crop insurance coming in strong there too.
And it's I love what Sammy said. I love what Miranda said, because a lot of times we're just, as meteorologists, we focus on like, all right, here's the forecast, and sometimes
Yeah.
you forget to wrap your head around what the impact of people is. And we're in the growing season right now for farmers. They're probably loving the rain, not liking the hail, not liking the wind damage. Going to make it harder on the crops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious how impactful the crop loss is going to be as well.
Okay, I had to look this up. Fun fact for us. Okay.
Okay.
Baseball-sized hail, on average, falls to Earth 70 to 100 miles per hour.
Ooh,
So,
so we're
pretty quick. So you see it splattering there on the pavement. That'll leave a dent. You're talking about farmland. Even in the earth, that'll carve out a piece of dirt. It'll dig in a little bit.
imagine if you're a poor 21-year-old emu and you get hit with a 70-mile-per-hour baseball fastball. You know, it's not good.
Well, yeah, apparently it's deadly is what it is.
Deadly to the emus.
Yikes.
Um,
Okay, we still got big hail going on. Let's do a radar check real quick
yeah.
again.
Here, I'll let you take control of that one, Tom.
All right, so we're looking at the radar. This is down Douglas County. So you can see, get your bearings. Here's Ava. All right, there's Van Zant. There's Willow Springs. So that's in Howell County. Okay, there's your lineup. Ava, Van Zant, Willow Springs. This is going out of Douglas County and into Howell County. All right. And that storm there still has a threat. It's moving at a pretty good clip. I think I would say the wind threat's probably going to be increasing with this one. But hail sizes of 2 inches, still looking at egg-sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. if we go and look at velocity, maybe I can query some of this data for us and see that. Oh man, there we go. 50. Okay, so 50 maybe. Yeah, 50 to 60s, but 40. We'll say 50 mile-an-hour winds coming out of that storm, and that's the one coming through Douglas County. So there's some wind with it. Man, it's moving quick too. Wow. And some hail. That pink there is showing up where you're going to find the hail core. And I think there's also hydrometeor classification. All right. There you go. So going up the scale, top of the screen, red is hail. Dark red is large hail. Yellow, which is seeing some yellow hail, is GH. It's giant hail. So when they're saying egg-sized hail, I'm thinking, well, probably so. So big hail going towards Van Zandt in central and eastern Douglas County as that storm moves on that way. All right, so that's the hail. Let's go and zoom out. Let's get a whole wide scope view of everything, I guess. Zooming on out, a lot of rain, maybe some flooding concerns. We have a flood advisory issued for Greene County. And so, more rain on the way. So now in Springfield, our focus is going to be more so towards the flood risk. Right now, Mount Vernon to Hoburg, that's moving up to Springfield again, and more heavy rain coming through. Elsewhere, up north real quick, checking up north, we have one severe storm in St. Clair County from Lowry City to Osceola up Highway 13. Chalk level, a little bit of rain there, probably with some winds occasionally and some hail. Not look too big. What do they say? Quarter-sized hail, 60 mile-an-hour winds. All right. Southern Benton County. That looks like that might be Dell. All right. Warsaw, Dell, Climax Springs. Looks like there's a little bit of a hail core there in the pink. It's not severe storm warned yet. That could be coming momentarily. Texas County, around Houston. Oh, man, look at the lightning. A lot of lightning showing up for you folks. It's a loud day. Heavy rain, maybe some wind, a little bit of hail, but nothing too damaging. And again, the main storm right there, Douglas County. And they're still watching this. From Bradleyville to Taneyville. Rain and storms there. That's for a quarter-sized hail, 60 mile-an-hour winds. And that's your radar roundup. Northern Arkansas is clear. They did drop the tornado warning that was going towards Jonesboro. So tornado warning is no more. Still a thunderstorm warning, though.
Okay, that's a good update.
Big hail and some wind. Yeah, so that's they dropped that momentarily. I think I saw maybe 20 minutes ago they dropped it. Elsewhere, I'm not going to change radars, but tornado warning there, north of Tishomingo, Oklahoma, and another one northwest of Dallas. And that activity's staying down there for us. All right, so now the big storm. And it looks like they did just drop the severe warning now in St. Clair County. That's been dropped.
Good. It's really just Douglas County.
I think it is.
This is going to move into eventually Howe County if it continues at the pace that it is. So,
And
this
it's
is
moving quick.
it's really that's the only area of major concern I have, and I wouldn't even call it major concern because major concern to me means tornado. But winds they have the warning for up to 70, and we're seeing 50 to 60, and
And it
look
could have strengthened that latest scan there.
actually, it's almost like it's trying to do a wake load. Look at this. So you're getting that bowing winds, and then you're seeing on that velocity. Let me flip it over to mine, Tom.
Oh, right behind it there, right?
Yep, you have the bowing winds up ahead. Actually, let me really illustrate what's going on here. I'm trying to use one tiny blue line.
Jump in,
We
get
have
dirty.
winds that are pushing the backside of this. This is why it's starting to bow. Imagine if you had a piece of paper. Do I have a piece of paper in front of me?
I
do.
think there is. Yeah, you got one.
I got a piece of paper. So imagine that this is what's happening in the atmosphere. You got a piece of paper, and the winds on it are blowing on it, causing that bow shape. It's causing this to do it over in Ava. That's where the area where that bow is, where these winds, it's an indication that winds are very, very fast. So we're getting kind of winds in the upper atmosphere blowing behind it. We're starting to get this bowing shape on reflectivity. And in this bowing shape, starting to get a little eddy forming. And anytime I had to do this with the cursor, that means we got a tornado chance. So this is what I'm starting to keep on. We're starting to see some sign of rotation because we have the winds that are really blowing in from the backside of this system, trying to wrap back around. Does this increase to the level of tornadic activity? I don't know, but this is really the only thing that would have a chance in our entire area right now. So,
And I'm looking back at the SPC site.
okay.
Gosh, I wish there was a way to zoom in on this. Can't do it by state, unfortunately. Got to be a region. I'll just draw it on. Looks like that warm front that we're talking about may have moved a little farther north, right? That might be too far north. My hand. Something like that. Ah, did it again. That warm front, though, something like that. And that storm in Ava going through Douglas County right there. So it's that boundary's starting to move northward. And so, we were talking about this, and this was hinted in some of the morning broadcasts that the early on risk was going to be for the hail. The afternoon risk, after 3 o'clock, which where we are now, was going to be more of when the tornado risk starts to develop. Short window, maybe just 2 or 3 hours, 3 to 6 for that tornado threat, okay, or the risk. It's a low-end risk. But again, we're starting to jump into that phase now, that time of day to where, we'll need, like Matt was saying, we'll need to watch something like this. Right now, it's not tornadic, it's just windy. There's some hail built in there, and the boundary's still down to the south. But things are moving or kind of setting the stage for that becomes a possibility, not a guarantee, but a possibility as we go towards 3, 4, 5, 6 p.m. today. And then the good news after this, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, it's done. The severe threat kind of goes away after that.
The got the latest model.
Let's take a
So
look.
let me show this guy. This is the WRF, the Warn on Forecast model, the WRF.
I like the wharf.
Right now, it's showing what it expects things to look like at 5 o'clock. Maybe some thunderstorms still lingering, but very quickly. Now we're getting to 6 o'clock. It's pushing out. It's wrapping up. It's wrapping up. It has most of this risk done generally by sunset. So now that's for us. Oklahoma could have some big tornadoes. Arkansas
Yeah.
could have some big tornadoes. But for us, we get to sunset. I think the bulk of kind of all this nasty activity should be done. So I think here in Springfield, if people are watching from Springfield, the worst of it, it's done. Still have some more rain and thunderstorms.
I think
but-
you're right. And we've got this little shortwave energy kind of moving through. That's right over Springfield now. And so as that little disturbance passes by, I mean, that clears the air, clears it out.
Yeah. Let's see if we can find some cameras. Because I want to see if we can find some.
I think, isn't there a camera in Willow Springs?
I think there is, but it doesn't work all the time.
I don't know. Yeah. Camera coverage is pretty spotty once you get down southeast.
Here, I'll look at our cameras in house, Tom. I'll let you start digging around on MoDOT cameras, see if you can see anything. Shot in Ozark, still some ominous. This is what I like to call SLCs, scary looking clouds. Had people in Ozark earlier tell us that the sky was looking green. Doesn't look as green right now. So, looking towards James River Freeway. Most of that activity is wrapping up. More thunderstorms are going to move back into Ozark. We got someone wading through the downtown square.
There
Please
you
hop in the
go.
pond. Please hop in the fountain. Please go swimming in the fountain. Give me some content. Maybe? No. Water's still ponding downtown in Springfield.
Yeah.
Let's see, where else are we? There's a shot in Ozark. I'm out on that.
Nat, the West Plains, and Willow Springs camera are out of commission.
Oh boy. Ooh. I believe we're looking to the west from Ozark now. Here's going to be more of those thunderstorms that start to move back in. But
That is the north. Let's see, because the pole is straight north.
oh, the pole's north.
The pole is straight north, yeah. So then to your right would be east.
Okay.
So that'd be the storms coming in west side of Springfield, because that's looking west, isn't it? That's south. That's west. No, sorry. The building, I think, is west.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's all relative. It's all
Getting turned
estimates,
around.
right? Yeah, right.
Check it.
Let me check out here, yeah.
I'm going to look at power outages too.
Okay.
Because we went from
bring those
10,000
back.
in Springfield, hopefully going back down. Let's get this page refreshed and pulled up for you guys. 2,000 in Greene County. Let's see for the entire state. About 2,500 in Lawrence County. About 2,000 in Greene County. 2 in Christian County. We had someone from Nixa send us an email, being like, "You guys need to cover the power outages in Nixa." I'm hearing of 2 people without power in Nixa, so it's you and someone else apparently. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully, you got your power back on. But he's like, "You guys need to talk about the power outages in Nixa." 2 homes in Christian County without power. Hopefully, you're able to get that back on.
It's too many.
too many. What are you doing to stop this? Not enough. 2,500 in Lawrence County. That's probably the more impactful. I mean, that's about 20% of the entire county in Lawrence County does not have power right now.
That's saying something.
New severe thunderstorm warning. Congratulations, Howell County. You're now in a severe thunderstorm warning. I know it's what you guys wanted. At least it's not a tornado warning like what you guys had last night. Lime-size hail. You guys had some big hailers last night. Kelly's asking, will there be more today for Springfield? Nothing drastic. Nothing severe. No large hail. Nothing as bad as what we saw earlier for Springfield. So could be some more rain for Springfield, yeah. But I wouldn't say it's going to be anything like what we saw around noon today. The worst in Springfield has passed. We still have more opportunities of rain. In fact, you could get some rain in Springfield in the next, actually within this hour, more rain can start to move in as well. So,
Oh, yeah.
defines how you say more for today. Could be more rain, just not more massive hail or anything else. Guys, ask questions. I'll kind of answer your questions right now. Now's a good time for that because things are starting to...
Kind of a lull. We got the one storm in
We got
Douglas County,
we got this
but
one storm in Douglas County and Howell County,
Yeah.
but that's really the only area that's jumping out to me as really bad. Fort Branson, they did have that thunderstorm, and it went just to the north, so I think it did hit more Saddlebrook than Branson. So Branson has been remaining quiet over the last few days. They've really managed to luck out.
yeah.
I mean, we talked about these 3 days of storms, and Branson's like, what are you guys talking about? No, we didn't have any bad storms. So they managed to dodge a lot of it for today. Raining at the zoo. There we go. Raining at the zoo, so he can confirm. The zoo is closed. Death of a 21-year-old emu because of some of that hail. That is crazy, though. Baseball-sized hail falls between 70 to 100 miles per hour.
Oh, my gosh. That's quick.
And I imagine
Yeah.
an emu doesn't know what to do in the event of a hail. Tom, you're saying things are getting boring. Guess what? We're ramping up.
Oh, what just happened?
Tornado possible tag. Tornado possible tag. And
They throw it on there?
it's what we were looking at earlier in Douglas County, where you have that kind of fast bowing winds
there
into
you
this
go.
shape, where you have the line of storms in the atmosphere, and it's blowing on it, kind of creating this bending shape on reflectivity, and it's behind this bend that where you'll have that tornado chance. So tornado possible tag with the storm in Douglas County about to move into Howell County. I know people in Howell County are probably getting bored. You're saying, hey, how about another tornado warning? We haven't had one in 18 hours. All right. We'll see if we can get another one to produce or not. Hope not. And I tell you what, this is the only area that looks severe, the only area that has a possibility of a tornado, the only area that has large size hail right now is Douglas County, northern Howell County, along Highway 60, closer to Willow Springs. If you are watching from Willow Springs, start getting ready. Things may start to ramp up in your general area.
It's a big storm overall. I mean, you got the wind, the hail. You got 70-mile-an-hour winds driving 2-inch hail.
Yeah.
I mean, so, yeah. You want to turn things away from the east or west. Get my directions mixed up. Turn things away from the west. All right? Or if you've got a building to block your car, if you don't have a garage or something, park your car on the east side of the building, because that wind is going to be blowing in 60 to 70 miles an hour from the west, and anything that's got a western side to it is just going to get trashed and hammered. Coming into Van Zant, Willow Springs. Is that Northwest Plains a little bit?
Yeah, we're north of West Plains.
A little
So,
north. All right. So, yeah.
West Plains got really lucky yesterday, too, where they had a tornado warning in northern Howell County. They had a tornado warning in southern Howell County. The first one went just north of West Plains. The second one went just to the south of West Plains. So they kind of managed to dodge those two tornado chances. They still got some rain and hail. Let's see. Felicia saying, haven't they said no terrible threat for us over here by the zoo? Maybe small hail and rain for the rest of the storm. Yeah, Felicia, the worst of what you saw earlier today, that was at noon. We're not going to see anything like that in Springfield for the rest of the day. Could get some rain. That's about it. Could get some more thunder and lightning strikes. That's about it. I think even for hail, it's going to be very difficult to get another hailstorm on top of Springfield. So people are asking, are we done for Springfield? It depends how you define done. You could still get some more rain for today. There could still be some more lightning and thunder strikes, but for the large hail, we're done. For the tornado threat in Springfield, we're done. So still some more chances for active weather in Springfield, but nothing like what we saw earlier, nothing that has me too concerned. Really the only concerning thing I'm seeing on radar right now is what's happening in Douglas County and into about to spill into Howell County. This has a tornado possible tag on it, hail size. Tom, can you look on GR2? What is
I've got it up. It's
try to find the hail product on that.
it's indicating about 1 3/4 inches. So GR2 showing that's about golf ball size. 1 3/4 inches is golf ball, and the warning I think is for 2 inches, which is lime. Big enough, right? And that hail core looks to go to Pomona.
Okay.
Stays on the track. Let's see.
I mean, Pomona was the same area that got that hail core yesterday.
Oh,
Same
man.
area that had the sirens going off yesterday.
Yeah.
Same area.
Looks like it's kind of tracking it. Yeah. Willow Springs might get clipped with some hail, but Pomona, north of West Plains, yeah. Could find some of the big hail. Matt, we have another product on here called Normalized Rotation, NROT.
Some rotation, but nothing that
Yeah, exactly.
makes me say, "Oh, here's a tornado." You know, so it's
If you turn on velocity, you can see, yeah, there's some winds in there that's going to pack a punch. The rotation element, though, is just like, so they got the tornado possible tag on it, but they're not, kind of like us. We're not really willing to say, probably more just wind.
I am flipping it back over to my radar view for a second, Tom. Look at this estimate: 65 winds, 67 mile per hour winds.
Okay, yeah.
Can't get it to say 70, but very consistent 50 to 60 mile per hour winds. Jamie Warner joining us back. Do you see this tornado possible tag?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know that they're looking at it how it's interacting with the front. That's like Pomona's got a temperature 63 right now with winds. I want to say southeast. So Pomona's located a little north of West Plains. I mean the front's nearby. I think it's a little bit further south.
Yeah.
But I know that they're concerned that as that line maybe gets closer to starts to interact with that warm front, that there may be more of a potential for those little circulations. We call them QLCS tornadoes, mesovorts. We've seen a lot of that this spring with lines that have gone through, and that's kind of what they're concerned about with this line. Nothing, just looking at it, guys, I know you guys have probably been looking at it too. I didn't see anything that suggested that a circulation was forming along that line anywhere.
There was a couple scans where there was a circulation behind the line. That's what it was trying to do, a circulation, and we're starting to wrap back around, almost creating like one of those eddies. That
Yeah.
lasted for
like a little comma head at the top.
that lasted for just a couple scans, and then now it's gone. It's nothing. In the latest here, we'll go back and we can look at it, Jamie.
I mean, it's definitely, there's a wind signature there. I mean, you can see that Boeing segment, that line segment.
Yeah, very fast winds. They're on top of 14 right now. About to move into Shiloh Springs.
Yeah.
Pretty much on the county line between Douglas, Ozark, and Howell.
Now, what I see when I look at this, you can see those stronger winds kind of, it looks like they're kind of almost being directed more toward the West Plains area, kind of shifting east, southeast.
It has been going down this path.
So what will happen sometimes is when you have a front nearby and a line segment starts to interact with that front, you have that instability gradient right there at the front, and you'll see that line segment start to surge, and that will be a signature for like, a derecho type scenario where you get this long strip that gets damaging wind gusts. And those frontal boundaries, when those line segments intersect those frontal boundaries and then surge down the front, like they'll have a tendency of doing, that's when you'll get some, widespread area along a narrow corridor that gets damaging winds. And so that's why they're kind of hammering that warning for that risk. And you can get if there's enough surface-based instability, you can get those QLCS tornadoes. But yeah, so and I know the other comment too is they are watching those storms in northeast Oklahoma. That activity is going to push east. I think that warm front is getting north up to, I think it's probably up to like Rogers, Arkansas. It may get into like Berryville, Harrison. So that next round of storms over northeast Oklahoma, those will have to also watch too, because those are going to want to move down that warm front, which is going to be a hot spot for severe weather.
I'll follow that down, but this shape, it's trying to make that bow, the very fast winds, 60, 70 mile per hour winds. It reminds me of the same shape we saw on radar on April 29th, about a year ago. So the threat here is not tornado. The threat is fast straight line winds that can cause damage. Taking a step back, we like to do this every once in a while, talk about the bigger picture. Just a severe thunderstorm watch for Missouri and into northern Arkansas. I've said this earlier for Springfield. It looks like the threat of tornadoes, the threat of large hail, the threat of everything damaging, not really for you. We had our window. We saw giant hail. That has moved out. It's now areas in northern Arkansas and south central Missouri have the best chance for that. Here's these red boxes. These are the tornado watches. So the best chance for a tornado, Texas, where they've already been seeing some tornado warnings. Let me put on the polygons. 1, 2, 3, 4 tornado warnings in Texas and Oklahoma right now. That tornado threat will move into Little Rock, will move into central Arkansas, and then eventually move to the other side of the Mississippi River. So this is the environment most conducive of tornadoes, and it's going to be sliding to the south of us. So still active for today. Still, we have a chance that we could see a tornado, but we're not under the bullseye like what we were for the last couple days.
It is, though, the second moderate risk day in a row, because they do have northeast Texas and a moderate risk for severe weather. Yesterday.
I did not know that.
Yeah, yesterday it was in our area, and today it's down to the southwest in Texas. But yeah, I think for us going through the rest of the afternoon, there is absolutely still a window for severe weather, and I think a lot of it's going to be tied to that warm front, which is, again, the thunderstorm activity is cleared out in northern Arkansas, a lot of northern Arkansas. So that front's going to start trying to push a little bit further north. And as those storms coming out of northeast Oklahoma, I think those are actually behind the low right now. But if we can get new cells out ahead of the low or out ahead of the front, the cold front that extends down to the south from that low, those storms, those are probably going to be the ones to watch, especially across northern Arkansas heading through late afternoon and early evening.
Jamie got an update. Douglas County had a report of a tree down on Highway C north of Skyline School. So north of Skyline on Highway C, trees down. So that makes sense. This is what we're talking about. The winds are very, very fast in this area, starting to pick back up. The only area that we're concerned, if you're watching the stream right now, is getting out of Douglas County into Howell County. We could still see some rain. We can still get some rumbles of thunder for everywhere else. But this is the most impactful area, and we're watching for this. Is a tornado going to try to form? And that is fast winds.
Yeah.
Let's
You
get
can
a
see
scope on this.
that little area white right there.
60, 68,
Close to 70.
70 miles per hour, 70.
And that's not at the
72.
that's not necessarily at the surface. We're measuring higher up in the storm, but some of that wind is absolutely getting down to the ground. And I was kind of surprised. I think they had it moving east at 45. I'm kind of surprised that it's not moving faster than that, because it looks like it's surging faster than 45 miles per hour.
Winds are really pushing on the backside of this.
Yeah, they are.
They're shoving this storm down through Howell County. So this is going to be a very intense burst. It will not last forever, but it is a very quick, intense burst of fast winds, rain, and I don't even know I haven't even looked at the hail with this. There's some hail. Here, let me go back. Nothing. Hail's not the main threat. It's. I think the winds are the larger threat, and can we get a tornado to form here as well?
So now you're starting to see that little nub right there? See that little kind of curl off to the right?
Yeah, you're talking about this S shape.
That's when you start seeing more of that shape, where you have that little nub just north of Highway 14. That's where you're going to start watching for a circulation. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Now it kind of has that look on reflectivity. where we may see a circulation develop.
All right, let's go back to velocity then. Want to say this is the same area that had tornado warnings yesterday. People are probably exhausted in Howell County. I'm exhausted from the tornado coverage as well. People are probably tired of getting these storms.
Yeah.
It's Pomona. It does look like it's going to be just to the north of West
Yeah.
Plains.
So you see the couplet there? See the pairing?
Yeah.
Right.
So you're starting to see circulation right there. And I know, I sometimes when you start seeing all of the dominoes line up, they'll go ahead and pull the trigger on the tornado warning because those circulations can come and go very quickly, and they kind of want to get out ahead of it. So I will not be surprised if they don't go ahead and issue kind of like a big boxy tornado warning out ahead of that line that may impact areas from about Pomona down to West Plains. So that's something that we'll watch for there along Highway 63. But at the very least, folks along Highway 63, especially Pomona south down toward West Plains, you guys are going to get some wind. Looks like some winds that may top 60 miles per hour, may even top 70 miles per hour, and that's going to produce some wind damage. And we've had a lot of rain. So, the ground is more saturated. It's easier for trees to get knocked over. So we'll have to watch this really, really closely as it races off toward the east. But, heads up for folks anywhere from Pomona down to West Plains. You guys are going to, at the very least, get some strong winds coming in very shortly.
Really starting to pick up in Pomona. I'm wanting to get another scan. That's why I'm trying to sit on this. I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
I really want to see one more scan. Does this velocity, does this couplet, does this rotation get tighter or looser? So that's what I'm waiting on is, come on, give me an update and let's see if this is going to get better or worse. But tornado possible tag, National Weather Service is watching this. They're saying, hey, this could become tornadic. Our weather team is also, we got all three of us here. Me, Jamie, Tom, all three of us are watching this. This is the area that we're most concerned about right now. If anywhere was to get a tornado, it's in Howell County, near Pomona. That nub shape is continuing to form. And there's the new scan. So now the reflectivity, the storm getting pretty much on top of 63, the velocity, still wanting to show signs of trying to form a tornado there. National Weather Service did say, so they have their eyes on this. They are confirming, hey, we're watching this surge right around the on the boundary between Pomona and West Plains. I imagine they're having the conversation in their building right now. Do we do a tornado warning on this or not? So they're seeing the same thing as us. They're wondering, do we go tornado warning? Do we keep this a tornado possible? Winds have picked up.
Yeah, you
were
can see in that
scan
last scan
of 70. The last scan was 72.
That's pretty quick.
This has now jumped up. So
Yeah.
the scan before this was 72. This current scan is 77 miles per hour. And it is, Jamie, you are right. This is not really going to the east. This is going to the southeast. That's where this is pushing, which means Pomona and West Plains, it looks like the northern part of West Plains is going to start to pick up on some of these winds.
Matt, you want to pull up storm relative velocity and see what it looks like there?
Here, we'll go to Tom's computer for a second.
All right, I got GR2
And
pulled up here.
I'm going to look at some other things. I want to start trying to call out businesses in that area.
So here on the left, I have NROT, which doesn't show a lot right now. Here's SRV, storm relative velocity. It's a little.
See, I don't see a tight circulation, but
No.
I do see very intense winds. I mean, it's rare to see those colors right there, south of Pomona.
Yeah. Well, and think about how high we are looking up in the
Yeah,
storm,
we
right?
are.
This is not like it might be saying 75, 80 miles an hour, but that may not be necessarily at the surface,
Yeah.
at the ground level. But there's definitely maybe fast winds in this storm.
Matt was sampling that data right there, and he was coming in with 77 mile per hour winds at that tilt level. I would guess that, you're probably getting 60 to 70 mile per hour winds.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, it looks like that surge of wind is starting to cross Highway 63
It's going to be
from Pomona.
It looks where 14 and 63 meet. There's a diner right there, Hometown Diner. There's a mart over there. So there's a motorsports store. So we're really in between West Plains and Pomona. There's a lot of businesses there. So this is a well-populated area that's about to get smacked with this. And
What is that, Olden? That I just
Yeah,
saw,
Olden.
south of Olden? I'm going to do Jamie's things. Oh, the Cozy Grove Hotel. My gosh.
Matt, go ahead and kind of broaden that back out, or let's broaden it back out and
Oh,
see
that's
if we
me,
can kind of
sorry.
like let's animate it. Let's kind of show where that surge of wind is kind of daggering toward the east southeast. So you can see it as we go through that scan. You can see there's definitely a push.
Oh, there you go, tornado
goes the
warning.
Tornado
Yep.
warning. So guys,
All right, who's going on?
Jamie will go on. I'll come join you. Tom, you can stay with me until we can get Jamie's feet on air. But I mean, this is what we've been saying for the last 5 minutes. We're looking and we're saying this is trying to produce a tornado. We're wondering if this is going to be a tornado warning, and then boom, tornado warning just got issued. Let's get the details out on this, Tom. So this tornado warning is obviously in Howell County. National Weather Service putting this where it's going to go. They want to put this circulation just to the north of West Plains and mostly to the east of Highway 63. And this is going to go into Oregon County. And I almost wonder this path that they have it on. I wish they had a little bit more to a southeast tilt to it. So I think Alton, you're barely on this tornado warning, but it is an area that I think that tornado could start to move back in. They did issue that tornado warning. The particulars on that are going to be for golf ball sized hail. They have it moving southeast about 45 miles per hour, and I would argue it's moving even quicker than that. The circulation is now
Let's take it out.
east of 63. Yeah, go ahead and track that, Tom.
Alton, that's the only one in line of fire. About 413. Zoom in. Are there any more out here? No, 413 from out of Alton. Okay, it's north of West Plains, near the Olden area. It's just now east of Olden. All right, a little bit of track on it there. You can see next up would be
Thomasville.
Alton.
Thomasville is another area over there. Rover, Royal Oak, White Church. I mean, this is the same area. I mean, Tommy and Jamie were saying these names last night for a tornado warning, and guess what?
There
They're
we
getting
go.
another one for today. So White
Yep,
Church.
yep. Might go
Thomasville.
just south of there.
Thomasville looks to be on top of that.
There's
Royal Oak is
Thomasville.
on top of that. So first tornado warning that we've had of the day, and I feel so bad where we almost got it out of our area. It's the same thing that happened last night. We almost get this out, and then something tightens by the time it gets to Howell County and Oregon County. For the people that are watching, I know we have people on this Facebook live stream. This is not for Springfield. The worst of it has moved through Springfield. I think our opportunity to see a tornado in Springfield has ended. It's really trying to get this warning out of Howell and Oregon County, and these fast winds, 70, maybe 80 mile per hour on top of that as well. Me, Jamie, and Tom are about to go do tornado coverage on Color 10, Fox 49, and KOZL. Once that happens, we're going to take this feed and take our live coverage of that. So it's going to be a continuous, seamless transition. If you want this tornado coverage, just keep watching how you're watching right now. Or if you prefer, you can just go to your TV, and we're going to be breaking in very shortly there as well. So we'll be with you guys throughout this. This has been our whole goal. The reason why we do this is we want to provide information before that tornado warning gets issued, during the tornado warning, and a lot of times after it too. So the only place that we're seeing really that tornado threat is Howell County and Oregon County, and maybe parts of southern Shannon County we'll have to watch out as well. But generally, it's just this tight corner of our viewing area that seems to be impacted by this, and winds are very fast as well. Jamie's getting set up, and of course, Jamie Warner's going to be on air with his red sweater on.
Red sweater, gotta love it.
Wow. Tom, you got anything to add before we kind of take Jamie's feed?
I don't think so. You got this, the storm warning is there, obviously, Howell County, north of West Plains, going towards Thomasville and White Church. There's the latest update for you. Hail core to the north, south of Highway 60, south of Willow Springs. So White Church may get hit with the hail core on this, which is up to golf ball sized hail.
All right, Tom, we're
Is
going
he
to
started?
take Jamie's feed.
All right, let's
So
take it.
It should be live. We're getting the audio for you guys. Just 1 second. Be patient with me. Just 1 second. Let's see if we can get Jamie talking. Oh, how about I do this? No sound. I know we got no sound. 1 second. Yep, we're getting Jamie's audio very shortly, but to stress what he's saying right now, tornado warning seems to be going to go just north of West Plains. This is going to move into areas of Whitechurch, Thomasville, Rover, Peace Valley. You're under the threat of this. Tornado threat still in effect for Howell County and Oregon County. It's the only place that we're seeing those warnings currently. Yep. CJ, we're working on sound. It's broke on us, but tornado warning still in effect for Pomona. North of West Plains going to move into Rover as well.